Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we're going to be doing a two-player playthrough of a game that is currently on GameFound called Brass Pittsburgh.
Yes, this game is designed by both Martin Wallace as well as Gavan Brown, published by Roxley Games, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. Now in this game, players are taking on the roles of industrial titans during the Gilded Age in the United States. We're trying to strike it rich by building out different industries and ultimately score the most amount of points.
That's right, this is a highly strategic economic game for 2 to 4 players that plays in about 1 to 2 hours, in which players will need to build different industries into various cities and manage their resources wisely so that they can score the most amount of points by the end of 2 eras. And so this is actually the third sort of installment in the Brass series. First there was Brass Lancashire, then Brass Birmingham, and now we have Brass Pittsburgh. And so this edition actually includes new mechanisms. There are new industries, as well as new resources, including coke, steel, and now oil. And so today, as per usual, we are going to start with a teach of the game that focuses mainly on the main concepts. If you're familiar with other versions of Brass, you'll be familiar with a majority of the game already. And so we will go over what's new in this version of the game. And then we'll go straight into a 2-player playthrough, and we'll end with a comparison between the 3 different Brass titles. And so if you'd like to jump to a specific section, feel free to use the timestamps in the description below.
Now, we do have to mention this is a prototype copy of the game. Now, a lot of the values that you see here and the amount of industry tiles that we have on our player boards have already been changed from what you're going to see here, so just be aware of that. If you are interested in the campaign, there's a link in the description, which you can check out at your leisure. And lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So if you'd please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for a 2-player game of Brass Pittsburgh. Welcome to the Steel Belt.
Thank you.
And so like we're mentioning, in this game, players take on the role of industrialists in America during the Gilded Age, which is between the time periods of 1865 to 1913. And over the course of the game, our goal is to score the most amount of points at the end of 2 eras by building out the various industries that we have on our boards. And these industries represent different businesses that we're placing in the various cities. Now, if you played either of the other Brass games before, then you'll know a majority of how the game structure works, because the structure of the game is pretty much the same. There are 2 different eras. Each round, players will take 2 actions each, discarding a card from their hand in order to do so. And these actions are going to be things like building out our industries, or building out networks along these railway lines, or selling, taking loans, and at the end of each era, that is when we score. So all of that remains the same. But if you've never played a Brass game before, we're going to do a general overview of the rules, and we'll leave the specifics to the teach. Now, if you're interested in checking out one of the other 2 games, we do have a full playthrough of Brass Lancashire. So if you'd like to check that out, we'll include a link in the description below. And so like we're mentioning, the game is played over the course of 2 eras, and each era is played over the course of 8 rounds. And scoring is primarily going to occur at the end of each era, so 2 times per game with some exceptions. And a majority of your points are going to come from the various industries, which are these tiles that are on our player boards here, as well as the various rails that we're going to build on the board. Now each round, players will take 2 actions each, and there are 5 different types of actions in the game. There's also passing, which we're not going to go over.
It's a 6th action, technically.
Unless you really have to. And each time you take an action, you'll always be required to discard a card from your hand, which means you'll be discarding 2 cards from your hand each turn, and you'll always end your turn by drawing 2 more cards from the deck until the deck runs out.
Yes, and once that draw deck is run out, you will still continue to play cards from your hand until both players have depleted all their cards.
Right. So then let's go ahead and talk about the actions. Now, like we're mentioning, there are 5 different types of actions, and you can take the same one multiple times if you'd like. But let's go ahead and start with the build action, which is one of the more important ones in the game. This is the action that allows us to build an industry from our board into a city. Now, if you've never played Brass before, the general concept here is each player has a player board that divides all of the different industries into their different types, and they are in various columns. In Brass Pittsburgh, we have kerosene, coal, manufacturing, coke, iron, and steel. And they are arranged in a very specific way, because whenever you build out an industry, you always have to start from the bottom, and then you must follow the arrows.
Yeah, so if you notice in Monique's player board here in Brass Pittsburgh, some of the industries actually branch. So if you look at this 3rd column, if you go here, it can branch there to the right to this column. So that means if you wanted to ever build this particular tile out onto the board, you could either do it via this route or via this route.
Right. But again, whenever you build an industry, it has to be the one that is accessible, which means it has to be the one that's sort of lowest in its track. Now, if you'll notice, something that is new to the game is there are various trains on your player board as well as these oil pipelines. And we'll talk about what those do a little bit later. But these start the game on your board, which means you do not have access to them yet until you unlock them by either building out or developing past the industries that are below them. Now, in general, in order to build these industries, there's a cost associated that's on the left-hand side of the tile. And I know this is kind of small, so we'll just call them out as we play the game. But these costs are going to be a combination of money as well as sometimes resources. And another thing you may notice that's really, really important in this version of Brass is there are now 4 different types of resources.
Yes, if you played other editions of Brass, we always had coal and iron. This particular game introduces both steel and coke now. Oil is another type of resource, but it's not currently present on the board.
Now, as a reward, industries will typically give you a combination of different things, including points that you'll score if they're on the board at the end of an era.
And flipped, if you're familiar with Brass, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yes, industries will also gain you money sometimes, income bumps, as well as these links. And they're these tiny hexagonal bars that you'll see on some of these industries, and they'll give you points for the different railways that we build out, which we'll also talk about. Now, in taking the build action, this is the only action in the game where the card that you discard truly matters, because this is going to determine which city you build your industry in. And so in this game, there are actually 2 main types of cards. We have city cards that showcase a specific city, and we have industry cards that showcase 2 different types of industries from your board, but they don't belong to a specific city. So in this example, I have here an industry that represents coal as well as coke. When taking the build action, if you discard a city card, this allows you to build your industry in that specific city. So in this example, I can build in either of these 2 spaces here, but each space shows a specific industry that you can build into that city. So I could not play this card as an example, but build my coal out into that city because there's no space for it. And just so you're aware, Brass players will know this, but during Era 1, you can only build 1 industry in each city.
Yeah, so see how Pittsburgh has 4 different slots, even though there's space available for us to build multiple times.
Yeah.
In Era 1, I as an individual can only build in one of these 4 spots.
Right. On the other hand, if you discard an industry card, this allows you to build one of those 2 industries from your player board in any city that is a part of your network. So that is another really important concept in the game, the idea of what is a part of your network. At the start of the game, we will have no presence on the board. So we are basically going to have to establish where our network is. And so an exception here is if you choose to play an industry card for your very first build action of the game, then you can use that to build anywhere. And so let's just say, for example, I already had an industry built here. Let's just ignore all other rules, okay?
Legally,
Let's just
you somehow had that there. No problem.
let's just pretend like I had that there and I had a railway connected here. Your network is comprised of literally every city that has at least one of your industries in it or is connected by one of your trains.
Yes, so Monique's network right now that she's showing on the board is New York, plus because of this link into Wilkes-Barre.
Right. So if I were to take a build action playing this card, then I can build out my coal industry into Wilkes-Barre because it is a part of my network.
So she could not build here, however, because there is no connection to that network.
Now, another important concept that also features some of the new things in Brass Pittsburgh is when building an industry that requires you to spend resources, you have to get that resource from somewhere. And so Brass Pittsburgh now actually features several of these resource markets already on the board. So as an example, in Wilkes-Barre, I have access to both iron and coal for $2 each, which is great because if I wanted to build this coal industry, I have to not only pay $5, but I also have to pay 1 iron. And so in this game, there are 3 main ways in which you can pay the resource cost. The first way is by purchasing from the markets that are on the board, assuming they still have them. And when doing so, they don't have to be a part of your network. They just have to be connected. So that's the other concept. And being connected to a market just requires you to be able to trace a line basically via anybody's railways.
So let's just say I had a rail link here.
Yeah.
Technically, Monique has has a way to get to this steel and this coke that's over here,
Right.
even though she does not have a train link into here.
Correct. And so in building that industry, I could just pay the $2 to exhaust this resource from that market if I wanted to. Alternatively, you can exhaust resources that are on players' tiles. And this is going to be your first resort. This is going to be the first thing you want to do. Which leads us to another important concept in all of the brass games, and that is the concept of flipping tiles. Now, industries in this game are primarily going to be ones that provide you resources, like in the case of the coal, as well as this industry here, or industries that you sell. And in the case of Brass Pittsburgh, we also have these crown jewel industries, which give you different types of ways to score endgame points. Now, specifically the industries that give you resources, when you build them, at the bottom right-hand corner of the tile, it actually depicts a certain combination of resources that you'll place on the tile itself. So in this example, I sort of just placed this here because it was an example as if I had built it previously.
Cheating example.
Yes. Yeah. But upon building this tile, I'm actually supposed to place 3 iron as well as 1 steel cube, and those get placed on top of the tile itself. These resources are now available for anybody to use who is connected to this industry.
Yeah, so again, connected is any way that you can trace via any links. They don't have to be yours.
Correct.
Yeah, so when Monique built this level 1 coal industry here, she would then be able to take the iron, not from this market, but actually from one of her tiles, which is actually what you want to do in this game.
Yes.
Because as soon as you deplete a tile of all the resources that are on it, that's when you flip it.
Right, and so flipping tiles actually is very important in the game because tiles will score you points and gain you immediate benefits such as income bumps, but only if the tile is flipped. As long as the tile is not flipped and has resources on it, it is not giving you anything.
It's just resources that you have access to, but you're not going to get any points, nor are you going to get any bump in your income.
Right. And it's nice because taking resources from an unflipped industry tile is free. It doesn't cost you money like it does on markets. Now, in Brass Pittsburgh, there is a third option. If you are not connected to an available market, or if there are no unflipped tiles that have the resource you need, you can always buy these resources from Cornelius Vanderbilt for really ridiculous prices.
Yeah.
So for either coal or iron, it's $7.
Yep.
And for either steel or coke, it's $10. So extremely expensive, but unlike the other brass titles, you always have an option to purchase these resources.
Technically, yeah. And if you are familiar with brass, in this particular version of the game, all 4 of the different resource types follow the same rules. You must be connected and have access to the different markets or to the different tiles in order to access them.
Yes.
Unlike in the other 2 brass games, iron does not just get to teleport to you.
Right.
So if you're familiar with brass, that is a big difference in this particular title.
Now, the thing that's nice is similar to the other 2 titles, resources do repopulate in the market if you are able to do so. So as an example, if let's just say this market did not have any coal in it, and I were to successfully have built this coal industry, the bottom right-hand corner, I'm supposed to place 3 coal cubes on top of this unflipped tile. But because there are empty spaces in the market that I'm connected to, these 2 get sold back to the market, gaining me $2 per coal cube. So I would actually gain $4 in doing so. And that's essentially how the build action works. Now, as you can probably tell, this is most likely the most complicated aspect of the game because there are lots of different types of industries and they sort of work differently depending on which one you're building. We showcase the resource providing industries, but other industries you actually flip by selling them, which is another type of action. So we'll just talk about those when we get to that action type. There are also industries that are already flipped. And so any industries that are sort of half black on top, those do not need to be flipped. They will score you the points that you'll earn from them at the end of each era. Now, the thing that is specific to Brass Pittsburgh is we now have these crown jewel industries, and they're typically the ones at the very top of each industry category. And they basically score you points at the end of each era for specific things. So as an example, this crown jewel industry will gain you 6 points at the end of the game per heavy train that you've built on the board. So that is one of the different types of trains that we have. This one will score you 1 point per empty industry slot on your player board. And finally, we have these 2 skyscrapers that just give you a lot of points. This one's like 25 points and the bottom one is 12. And they also give you an immediate sell action if you're able to build them. But that's essentially all we'll discuss in terms of the build action. Everything else we'll discuss as we play the game. Next, we have the network action, and this action allows us to build out trains as well as now oil pipelines onto the board. Now, in this game, players have two different types of trains. We have light trains as well as heavy trains. And when taking this action, you can build out either one or two links, and links are the different lines basically that connect the cities as well as the pipelines. Now, in building any links, whether it's your trains or pipelines, they must be extending your own network, which means you have to be building on an empty connection, so only one player per line here, that is connected to a city that either contains one of your industries or has another one of your links going out of it. And building out light trains specifically costs 1 coal, and they follow the same rules as building out buildings. So in this example, I could spend the coal that I have on my coal mine, which would be a good idea because now I would be able to flip that. Heavy trains, on the other hand, costs 2 steel. So they are much more expensive because steel is also a more expensive resource. But the thing that's nice about heavy trains is not only do they provide you with an immediate bonus when building them. So in this example, this heavy train gains you whiskey, which is a new type of resource in the game, which we'll talk about in a second. Other heavy trains that you find on your board give you other types of resources. So this is sort of a way to strategically customize which resources you'll need in the moment. But the other thing, which is more important, is that the light trains get removed from the board at the end of Era 1, whereas the heavy trains stay for the entire game.
Yep.
Now, if you've never played Brass before, not only are these trains very important in expanding your network so that you can build industries in more and more cities, but they also score you points at the end of each era. They are the other main way to score points. Now, like I was mentioning, you can build up to 2 links, but in order to build a second one in the same action, you have to spend $10.
Still paying the cost of the depicted types of links and trains.
Right. Now, in Brass Pittsburgh, there's also a third type of link that we can build, and these are oil pipelines. And so across the board, there are 4 different oil fields. Now, one thing that we should have probably mentioned earlier in the video is that we are playing on the 2-player map. So this is specifically for 2 players, and higher player counts, the map will look a little bit different. Players will start the game with a couple of these oil pipelines ready to be built, and in order to build them, you'll have to pay 1 iron.
Yep.
Now, similar to the trains, the link has to be a part of your network, and so in this example, because I'm in Wilkes Barre here, I could build my oil pipeline along this pipeline this way, connecting to this oil field.
Again, paying the iron, which you could get from this market here, paying 2 coins.
Right. And in building this pipeline, if I'm the first person to do so, I would then flip over the oil field. And each of the different oil fields gives you an immediate bonus. This one specifically will gain me $10 in the moment. And because the pipeline that I built it on is showing 1 oil symbol, then I would get to place 1 oil from the supply into the oil field to be spent when selling industries that require oil.
Yes, that's right. So oil is specifically used when taking the sell action, which is an action we have not talked about yet.
Now, as for the rest of the specifics when building out the oil pipelines, we'll save that for the playthrough. If you'd like to see the very first time we do it, we'll put that in the description below as a timestamp. But that is generally how building an oil pipeline works, and the significance is that now when I go to take the sell action with any industries that requires oil, I am now connected to a source of oil. And if I were to use oil from that pipeline, the different pipelines that you have will give you different bonuses for using that specific route. And that's important because if, let's just say, for example, Naveen were to also build his oil pipeline, but along this line this way, and he were to take this 1 oil that's in the oil field, then I would not gain the bonus that's on my pipeline here, which is a 3 income bump. So there's a bit of an incentive to try to open up pipelines and get people to use your specific pipeline when spending oil. In fact, each player also has a token that looks like this, and this is basically like an oil pipeline stopper. If I were to build this on this link over here, then this forces anyone who wants to take oil from this oil field to use my pipeline this way.
Yeah, think of it like a sabotage pipeline.
Right, and so in this game, there's also an industry that's called Oil City. And this, when you build it, allows you to build it on an oil field, and it basically replenishes that field with 3 oil. Now, this starting oil pipeline here gives you a 3 income bump as the benefit for using it. But as an example, this one over here that you need to unlock gets you 3 points. So if you couple that with having a lot of oil that you're pumping through it, that's a lot of points.
Yep.
And this oil field gets you 5 points per oil used. So there's a lot of high level strategy in terms of using the oil in the game. And that's essentially it for the network action. Now, before moving on to the next one thing I want to mention is whiskey. So there are certain ways to get whiskey in the game. You typically have to find a way, whether it's by covering these specific spots, which is something that we forgot to mention. Whenever you build out these trains, if you build it on a link that has a reward, then you get that immediately. And these rewards are going to be stuff like whiskey, or maybe in the case of the outer areas here, this is a 3 income bump. This bonus here lets you take a develop action, which we're going to talk about next. But in the case of whiskey, this is Brass Pittsburgh's way of allowing you to have flexibility in terms of where you're building out your industries. Because in Brass Lancashire, if you wanted to build out anywhere because maybe you didn't have the card that you needed, you would have to discard 2 cards, and that would be your entire turn. In Brass Birmingham, there was a scout action. And now in Brass Pittsburgh, if you want to build anywhere, you essentially play 1 card and you discard a whiskey. So this is your ticket to flexibility. This will also come into play when we take the sell action, as you'll see in a second, but that is sort of what whiskey does for you.
And by the way, these heavy trains that have a resource that's depicted on it, that's your own personal resource. So when Monique built out this link, she would actually have a steal on top of that.
Yes, and unlike the other industries where you can sort of pluck from other players' industries,
you cannot.
This is your own personal resource for you to use. All right, so then moving on to the next type of action, we have the develop action, which is actually quite straightforward. This action allows you to remove 1 or 2 industry tiles from your player board, and you might want to do that if you'd like to have quicker access to the higher levels of industries. In addition, similar to the other previous Brass games, at the end of Era 1, all of the level 1 industry tiles that have been built onto the board are going to get removed. However, the level 1 industries that remain on your player board do not get removed. And so some of them, such as that level 1 coal, can only be built during Era 1, which means if you do not build them during Era 1, in Era 2, they're just going to be sitting there, and you have to develop past them in order for you to build out the higher level tiles in its column.
Yeah, think of it thematically is level 1 tiles are low technology, and level 2 gets better, level 3, and so on and so forth. So you have to, as you go into the next era, time has passed and old technology is outdated.
And so when taking this action, you don't have to spend any money, but you do have to spend resources. For each tile you develop past or you discard, essentially, you're required to pay either 1 iron or a steel, your choice. And that's essentially it for that action. Now, before we talk about the sell action, let's just talk about taking a loan, because that's a very straightforward type of action as well. In this game, you can take a loan, and that's essentially taking $30 from the supply at the cost of moving 3 spaces down on income. Now, we didn't go into detail about how income works. Basically, there are various income brackets, and whenever you gain a benefit that allows you to go up in income, you're basically moving your token up in income. But like, as an example, in order for me to go from 0 to 2 income, I have to move up like 3 spaces.
Yeah, so like if Monique built out that rail and the +3, that's a perfect example. She would go up 1, 2, 3, and then you would look, this is her income. She would get 2 coins at the start of every round.
Now, in taking a loan, this requires you to reduce your income by 3 levels. So not spaces, but levels. So if I'm here at $2 in income, I would actually have to move down 1, 2, 3 spaces to -1, which requires you to spend $1 at the end of each round. And so in this game, if ever you cannot pay your full amount of income, it's actually really bad. So unlike the other Brass games where I believe you like lose 1 point per dollar you couldn't pay.
I don't remember the exact details.
In this one, you lose 40 points.
Yeah.
So it's basically don't do it.
It's not a strategy. You're going to lose.
You have to pay.
Don't do it.
You have to be able to pay your income if you're in the negatives. And the last action that we have is the sell action. And this allows us to flip our industry tiles that are on the board that you need to sell in order to flip. So they're typically going to be the industries that have the stars on them or the oil at the top right-hand corner. And any industry that has oil requires you to spend oil. And we've sort of already discussed how spending oil works. You have to be connected to an oil field that has oil still in it. Now, specifically on the 2-player map, we have 3 markets on the board, and you actually shuffle the tiles so that they are randomly placed out in the West, Canada, as well as Boston. These markets represent the different types of sellable markets that you have on your board. And so let's just say as an example, Naveen had not flipped this yet.
Yeah.
This is a level 1 manufacturing industry that in order for him to flip it, he needs to sell it to the market that has the manufacturing tile in it.
That is the demand of that particular location.
Now, in taking the sell action, in order for him to be able to flip this tile, he not only has to have access to the required oil by being connected to an oil field, which he does have access to right now, but he also has to be connected to the corresponding market. And again, that's just connected. It does not have to be in his own personal network. And if he had several of these tiles, by the way, he can flip over as many of these tiles as he wants to with one sell action.
Yes, but of course, each tile requires its own quantity of oil to spend in order to actually deliver it. And it does not have to be the same industry type. So I could sell kerosene, also the manufactured goods and automobiles if I had the network built out to actually do that.
Right, all in the same sell action. Now, similar to the oil pipelines, we're not going to go through the specifics of how selling works. Just follow the timestamp if you'd like to see it in action.
Someone will sell in this game.
Yes, please. But generally, when doing so, you spend the oil and you have to choose which pipeline the oil goes through, and the owner of that pipeline gets the reward of their pipeline. You would also, of course, flip the tile, gaining the reward of your flip tile. And if you are the first person to sell to a specific market, you also gain its reward. And it's going to be, in our game, either 6 points, 9 points in the case of these two industries, or a 5 income bump in the case of Canada. And then it just gets flipped over so that nobody else can gain that one-time bonus.
Yeah, people can still, in that era, still sell to that type of city.
Yes.
But they don't get that extra benefit.
Right. In addition, something new to Brass Pittsburgh is we have these premium deal tiles. And these are going to have to do with the stars that are in the bottom right-hand corner of some of these industries. After taking the sell action, you're going to count the number of stars that were on all the tiles that you were able to flip. And if you meet or exceed the required amounts of one of these premium deal tiles, so it's going to be either 5, 6, or 7 stars, then you gain its bonus and you flip it over because it's a race. Only one person can do it. And these are going to be very lucrative. Like this one is $15 and 8 points. And similar to, the markets, you shuffle these, so it's going to be in no particular order. There are more of them that come with the game.
And this is for stuff you're already doing, so it's just that much more of a benefit when you do a big sell.
Right. And this is the other purpose of whiskey. In addition to using it to basically use a wild card when building, you can spend 1 whiskey per additional star you want to add to that count. And you can spend as much whiskey as you'd like. So if I only had 3 stars amongst all of my industry tiles that I just flipped this turn, I could spend 2 whiskey from my supply if I have it in order to claim this premium deal tile as long as it's still available. But that's essentially it. That is how the sell action works. Now, like we were mentioning, you can also pass. That is a hidden 6 action. But that's pretty much it. As you don't want to do that. As soon as you finish taking your 2 actions, that ends your turn. And as soon as all players have taken their turn for the round, that ends a round. And again, at the end of a round, we are going to reorder turn order according to how much money players have spent.
Important.
And then we're going to either gain or pay our income. At the end of 8 rounds, era 1 ends, and we're going to go into era scoring. That's going to be scoring points for our flipped industries. And we're going to score all of the links for the trains that we have, all of our links, basically. Then we'll prepare for Era 2 by removing the light trains, as well as all of the level 1 industries that are on the board. We'll also do some stuff with the oil, sort of repopulating them, and we'll reshuffle the cards. And then Era 2 basically plays out the same way.
Exactly.
And at the end of Era 2, whoever has the most points wins. And that's essentially how you play Brass Pittsburgh. Now, any of the specifics that we sort of glossed over, we'll go over as we play the game.
Yes.
If you'd like to see the first time we build an oil field or the first time we sell, jump straight to that timestamp in the description below. But for now, we're just going to get cleaned up and we'll get started with our playthrough.
All right, we are all set up. We are ready to go. The whole deck has been shuffled. Everything has been reset. We each drew 8 cards. And now we do have to mention again, this is a prototype copy of the game. So things have already been changed from what you see here in terms of values, how many industry tiles we have on our board. So just be aware of that. If you're watching this video sometime in the future, this is probably very different than what you see.
Yes, I'd recommend just focusing on the big picture, the main concepts of the game. Now, we've already randomly determined first player, so Naveen is going to be going first, in the first round. And just like the other 2 Brass games, the first round of the game, we're each only going to be taking 1 action.
1 action,
But for the rest of the game, every round we'll be taking 2 actions each. And to offset that, we've also had to draw a card from the deck that we place face down into our discard piles. Now, just a couple of things before we get started. The first thing is, I don't know if we mentioned which colors the resources are, the new resources.
Sure, yeah. So we have coal, which is black,
Yes.
iron, which is orange, which we've seen in other brass games. Coke is red, and steel, which makes sense, is this grayish color right here.
Right. In addition, in Brass Pittsburgh, we cannot overbuild, but there are some industry tiles that require us to build them onto the board by upgrading previous tiles. So we'll talk about those if we end up building any of them. But otherwise, I think we are ready to begin. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yes.
All right, Naveen, please take it away. First turn. Good luck. Arrow 1.
You can make mistakes early in this game, but not late. So
You can make mistakes.
I'll make an early mistake right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So my first action, I'm going to build by using a city card. I will use Clarksburg.
Okay.
So that means I'm building in Clarksburg, which is located right here, right in front of me. Makes my life a little easier.
Okay.
I'm going to build a level 1 coal plant because that's what I have here. It's a level 1.
Perfect.
Now there's 2 different coal plants shown within Clarksburg.
Yes.
So anytime you do this, you have to build in the one that is isolated by itself.
the single symbol.
The single symbol, yeah.
Basically.
So I couldn't build it here covering up this iron and steel.
Yeah.
So in order to do this, this is going to cost me some money. So we start the game with 30 coins.
Yeah.
So the first coal here is 5 coins.
Yep.
Plus it's going to cost me 1 iron. Now where am I going to get the iron from? Fortunately, Clarksburg is connected to an iron market.
Yeah.
So I will buy from there. So it's actually going to be, I'm going to spend 10. Can I have 2 change, please?
Yes, because this is the $3. Dollars. It's $3 for coal and iron.
Yeah.
At this market, here it's $2. Here it's 4.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to, here's 10.
So, okay.
Actually, don't take it all.
Oh,
Because
sorry, yes,
it goes
that's right.
on your
That's right.
player board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like on your player
On
piece
your player
here.
token.
Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake.
you need to keep track, basically,
to
of how
keep
much
track.
money each player has spent, because that is going to determine turn order. So
You're going to give me 3 back.
3 back, yeah, because we
And
need
3
to
back
signify
is
that
what's
you
going to go and
spent
sit on
8.
myself here. Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
Perfect.
There we are.
Boom.
Now I take the industry tile, take it off of my board. I place it here. I'm consuming that 1 iron
Yep, that you paid
that
for.
I paid for. Yeah,
This is a resource providing industry.
it is. So
It
there's going to be
provides 3 coal.
3 coal
You must exhaust those coal, or we together, if I can reach them,
if you can.
in order for you to flip it.
Yeah, so now the one concept about selling back to these markets that
Yeah.
we didn't talk about in the teach is if in the future somebody depletes these coal here, you do not then afterwards retroactively sell back. It's only when you build the tile out can it go and be sold.
Into the market,
into the
to
market.
gain you some money.
So there's a lot of coal in this area right here.
Yes. Now, this is a level 1 industry.
It is.
So regardless of whether if it's flipped or not, at the end of era 1, it will be removed.
That's okay.
So just as a reminder,
okay.
a friendly reminder.
I'm aware, yeah.
All right. Are you finished?
That's it. So I do have to
one
draw
action.
a card.
So Naveen draws a
You
card.
always draw back up to 8 if there's a draw deck.
All right. And now it is to me for my first action. The question is, do I want turn order? I'm thinking I'm going to build in this area. So I don't know if it's necessarily that important for me to take turn order, although I'm realizing that this is a cheaper market. So even if I do the exact same action, which I think I'm going to do, I'll be able to go first in the next round anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the build action in Wilkes Barre. Now, I won't be playing a Wilkes Barre city card. Instead, I'm going to be playing an industry card.
Oh, there you go.
Again, when you play an industry card, that industry has to be within your network. But because I don't have any industries on the board
This
yet,
is like the
this
exception.
is the exception. I can play this card to build a coal or a coke industry in any city on the board. So I'm going to use this to build coal in Wilkes Barre. And that's the only thing that can be built there. So that's going to cost me
The same 5.
the same 5 plus 2 because that's
a
the
cheaper
cost
market.
of iron here. So I'll pay $7. I'll take 10. I'll take back 3. I'll pay
3,
10,
yeah.
take back 3 for me. And then I'm going to do the 7
There you
on
go.
my player token, just like what Naveen did.
Exactly.
All right. That is my 1
Almost
action.
done,
So I
almost
have,
done,
I need,
yeah,
I
3.
need to place 3 coal right there.
Got to remember these.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card, and that is the end of the first round.
End of the first round.
So at the end of every round, we are going to reorder turn order. Whoever spent less money goes first.
So
I
she spent 7, I spent
7.
8. Yep.
So now this goes.
Now this can go to the bank.
Back to the
Monique will
bank.
have, so she basically takes back-to-back turns. If you've
Yeah.
ever played brass, it's very common
Yes,
for stuff like that to happen.
We also gain income. At the start of the game, our income is 0.
Yep.
So that is that. We are now going
Simple.
to move on to round 2. So now for the rest of the game, including at the start of era 2, we're going to be taking 2 actions per turn. So I'm going to go ahead and start by taking a network action. Now, again, with this action, I can build up to 2 links, but they have to be extending your network, which right now for me is just going to be this area here.
Okay.
So I can build links going out this way, or I can also build a first oil pipeline going that way if I wanted to. Now, in order to do this, I have to discard a card, because you always have to discard a card when taking an action. And by the way, if you did not join us for the teach, we are playing on the 2-player specific map. So just so you're aware, if you're playing in higher player counts, this will look different probably. I'm going to go ahead and start by building out a light train. Now, all of our light trains are off screen, so we do have plenty of them. Just so you're aware, they're around. In order to build a light train, I do have to exhaust a coal.
Which you want to do.
I do want to do, because I now have them on my coal mine right there.
So that's the first of 2.
This is the first one that maybe, I haven't said if I was going to build out a second.
Options. You have an option on a second.
That's true. So I'm going to go ahead and spend this coal. So then this goes into the supply. And now I can build out a second link if I want to spend $10. It is a lot, but I think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to spend $10. Oh, I knew I should have taken this in change.
Smaller denominations.
Smaller denominations. All right, I'm going to spend $10.
So 10 on yourself?
Yes, on myself. So I can build out a second link. And I think I'm going to build an oil pipeline.
Okay.
It's a new mechanism, so we might as well do it, right?
Yeah.
So we only have 1 oil pipeline available to us at the start of the game. This is the one that gives you 3 income increase benefit. So I'm going to build this, and I think I'm going to build it here.
Okay.
So when doing so, I'm covering up a 1 oil bonus here, which is the oil that's going to go directly to that oil field. Now, I do have to pay 1 iron, and I am connected again to this market. So I have to pay $2 for that. So I'm going to go ahead and place that money on top of my player here as well. And now we flip the oil field. So this is shuffled and placed face down. So you don't know which bonuses are in which oil fields.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and flip this over. And I'm going to gain the bonus that's on the left.
Oh.
Ooh, my lucky day. So in this case, it's really tiny, but it's
1,
a
2, 3
space income bump.
That's great.
So now I'm gaining 2 income per round. On the right-hand side here, this shows how much oil is going to get placed in this oil field at the start of the next era.
It repopulates oil.
It repopulates oil. So this token is going to get placed down here so that we know that this one's already been flipped. And this oil will go directly into the oil field so that we can spend it. The oil that's on the tile gets placed below the oil field. So that's a reminder.
You don't have access to this oil yet.
No,
I'll put it like a little further out.
Right, that's era 2. And if this oil field gets flipped during era 2, then it's immediately available. And that's it for that action. So for my second action, I'm going to take a build action using this industry card. This allows me to build either kerosene or the oil city. And again, has to be in my network. So the only place available is in Buffalo. So I get to choose which space to place this level 2 kerosene, which is the lowest level of the kerosene category. What do I want to cover? I'll cover this.
Okay.
This space right there.
Sounds good.
So building that requires me to pay $11. That is all my money.
All the money.
I'm going all in.
You're getting 2 back.
We know what I'm doing in the next round.
You're on second.
I also have to pay a coal. So
that's good for you.
We're costing a coal, and then it's real tiny here, but the additional cost here is I go down in income.
How much?
1.
There you go.
So I figured it's the best time to do it because when you go down in income, your token gets placed in the highest space of that income threshold.
Yeah.
So it was really like the least painful way to lose income, you know what I mean?
Yeah, later on in the game, you'll notice each threshold becomes really thicker
Yeah.
versus just the 1s and 2s.
Right.
It becomes 3s and 4s.
Yes, exactly. So that is it for the build action. Now, kerosene is a tile that I have to sell in order to flip it.
Yes.
The good thing is I've placed it in a city
Very
that is
strategic.
right next to its market.
Yeah.
And it's a level 2 industry, which means if I'm able to flip this in this era, it's going to score me twice, basically. And the benefit here is 5 points, which is nice, and a link. So anyway, that is it for my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and end my turn by drawing up 2 cards this time. And now it is to you, Naveen.
Very good. All right, I will also build out a network as my first action. I'm going to play just any card. So this will be an industry card. Doesn't matter. And so I'm going to do 2 light rails. Well, I'll do 1 light rail at a time. So the first one is I'm going to extend this network here.
Very nice.
Consuming 1 coal.
1 coal. Okay.
I am going to do the thing where I spend 10. So can I have...
yeah.
I know.
So much regret.
I know.
Start with smaller denominations.
Yeah.
We knew this
We
would
knew it was going to
happen.
happen, yeah.
Okay.
So I put 10 here.
So you can do it
5
again.
goes back to me.
Okay.
I do it again. I'll take this off, and then it's going to be another light. and I'm going to go here. So I'm going to connect to the west. This way.
Nice. So the
So
thing
now
that's
I have
nice
access
about
to these markets.
yes, not only does Naveen have access to these markets, but he also has 3 points right there.
Straight up links points, yeah.
So had this been like a heavy train, then that would have been scoring you both.
Yeah,
arrows,
heavy trains
but
require a lot of stuff.
yes, it does.
So,
But now you have access to
I
that
do,
market
yep.
for one of them.
I really want to get this coal flipped. So I might take another action that just allows me to, I'll spend a card. I'll spend another action to do another network action.
Okay.
So I'm going to put out another light train.
Okay.
And we're going to curve up Toledo.
Oh,
here.
nice.
So we're going to keep this going. So now this link alone is just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, those are those link symbols that we're talking about. So it's
and it
5
allows me to
points.
get to other places.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
nice.
so that's going to be consumed. So this coal basically gets consumed. How does it get consumed? All the way this way and
Yes.
consumes it. So that's done. So let me flip this over.
So now the tile is flipped.
Flipped. Now it's going to score me 2 points, plus it's another 2 links right here going into the city. This is going to be at the end of the era.
Yeah.
And then I go up 6 in income.
So that's the immediate benefit.
10 to 16. So now I'll get 3 income, which is nice. I
yeah.
need that.
That's your second action, right?
That's my second
so you
action.
technically
I
can pay $10.
Can pay 10 to go again.
If you'd like to go again.
I don't think I will.
No?
Unfortunately not, no, because the money is pretty tight in this game, and I don't want to take a loan quite yet.
All right. Then that is it
That's it.
for the second round. We are going to now reorder, turn order again, because I spent basically all of my money.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was a worth it investment.
Yeah. So I get 3 income, so and you
Yeah,
get
so
1.
let's do this first. So you spent 10. I think I spent, what is this, like 10, 23?
Just more.
So you're definitely going to
So I'll take the 3 off of yours if you don't mind.
go
for
first
for income.
because Naveen gets 3 income. That's where he's at.
Yep.
There you go.
Perfect.
And I'm going to gain.
2. And then I
1.
do need to draw my cards.
only have 1.
By the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
All right, so let's go ahead and move into round 3, this time starting with you, Naveen.
Okay, well, now that this is all built up here,
Yeah.
I think we're going to build in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And so I'm going to build an ironwork by using this Pittsburgh City card.
Okay.
And so an iron and steel, I'm going to build it right here. So that's where it's going to go. So
Very nice.
It's going to be the level 1.
Okay.
So this one costs 3 plus it requires coke. Now, where am I going to get it? I could get it for 10 from Vanderbilt.
That's right.
Or
It's true.
I can get it for 5 from this Western market.
Yeah.
So my total cost is going to be 8. 3 plus 5 because I have to consume this. So this will go away. So then it's going to be 8. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to go on top. This will go out onto here. And then now I'm going to populate this. 3 iron and 1 steel. So
Yes,
the
it
1
is.
steel that would go on here technically gets shifted to this market here.
So you get 5
So
back.
I get 5 back, and that
There you
goes
go.
into hand.
And again, the reason why is because this is a market that costs 5.
Costs 5, so that's why you
At the
earn
point
5.
of putting it out there, Naveen is connected to this market. And just so you're aware, because we didn't talk about this,
Sure.
the reward for turning in coke is points.
Points, yeah, I
That's
forgot
not
about
money.
that.
That's well, you get money,
both.
but in addition to that, you also get 4 points per coke.
It's very nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So then now I'm supposed to put 3 here, but because this has a demand that's needs to be met, I put that there, and now I get 3
You get
back.
an extra 3.
And then now these 2 will be on for me right there.
Sweet little payday there.
Yeah, gotta get some money.
Naveen worked it.
I didn't want to take a loan.
I mean,
I didn't want to take a loan.
yeah. I guess
Early on.
$8 is it's not nothing.
Well, if I took a loan early at the 0, then
Yeah.
it'd go -3.
And you have to pay
And then you
3.
gotta pay it, and it's like,
so if you can do something, if you can make this $8 kind of stretch, then
Exactly.
yeah, that's good. So that was action 1.
That's action 1.
Okay.
So since I've set myself up for this, I'm going to develop as my next action.
Okay. And again, developing is being able to remove 1 or 2 tiles from your player board at the cost of either 1 steel or 1 iron, your choice per tile.
Yeah, so I am going to develop using this card, the City Buffalo card,
Okay.
and I'm going to do double iron. And I have these 2 irons just sitting right here.
Nice.
So it's going to take these off. This will flip, and I'll do the developing in a second. I just want to get this done right here.
Okay.
So it's going to flip. This is going to now get me another 3 income bump. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm there.
Okay.
And then now with each develop, I'm supposed to take off one of these industry tiles.
And
so,
you can't just pluck them from anywhere.
No,
Like
from
you
the
still
lowest
have
to
to
highest, yeah.
respect the order from bottom to top.
so I'm just going to take the 2 manufacturing off.
Okay.
These 2 right here. So now, because I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of Era 1 tiles out
Yeah,
there. They're just
right.
going to get stripped off the board. So now I can get into manufacturing level 2,
Yes.
which is nice.
That is nice.
So there we go. So now this link right here is still only scoring 2 because the level 1 steel and iron does not have any link bonuses.
Yeah, that is true. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Because as nice and lucrative as Pittsburgh is, because it's like the one city.
It's the
that
name of the
has
game also.
4 industry spaces.
Uh-huh.
Because we're in Era 1, we can only put out 1 industry per city.
Yeah.
So in Era 2, it'll be a lot more of a hotspot.
What's very nice about Pittsburgh is you see there's a lot of different ways into Pittsburgh.
Right.
So that's what's useful. Now I can expand networks into all different directions.
Yeah. All right, finished?
Yeah.
Did
just
you
to
draw all
the
your cards?
No, I have
Oh,
to draw
okay.
2. Yeah. So,
So 2 cards.
that is me. All right.
All right, so now it goes to me. I only have $1. So
Loan?
I could take a loan. I don't necessarily know that I want to right now. I always feel like taking a loan earlier, especially in this version of the game, is better than taking it later. Like that's gotta be true,
Hard
right?
to say. Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody let me know out there. But I'm not going to take a loan. Instead, I'm first going to network. I'm going to discard this card right here. Because again, the cards that you discard really don't matter unless you're taking the build action. So I'm going to network and I'm going to build just 1 link because I only have $1. It's going to be a light train that I'm going to build here.
Okay.
So I do have to spend a coal,
Which
which
is
is
what
going
you
to
have.
be my last
That's good
coal
for you.
here.
Yeah.
So now I can flip my coal mine, and that'll gain me 6 income.
So you're going to go from 12 to 18. There you go. You're right back at
Right
it.
there.
There you
Very
go.
nice. And then now that my level 2 kerosene over here is connected to the kerosene market, I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're selling in the game, and I know it is a little bit early, but I figured I want to try to bump up my income as early and quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to do right now.
Sure.
And the thing that's unique about this level 2 kerosene is it has no premium deal stars, which are these twinkly star things here, which means I feel sort of incentivized to sell early. Now, I guess it could have been beneficial for me to build out the second level 2 kerosene industry first, but
You would need 1 oil for each, and there's only 1 oil
that's
present
true.
on the board.
So it would have been too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, this oil is not accessible. This is
Right.
like Era 2 oil.
Yes, exactly. So I figured, let's just do it. We're going to sell. So when selling, you can sell again as many industries as you are able to that have been not flipped yet on the board that belong to you, of course. So for me, it's just this 1 industry tile. Now, the industry tile has to be connected to its corresponding merchant tile, which for me it is. It's right here connected to Canada. The upper right-hand corner of the tile tells you how much oil you need in order to sell. And this one only requires 1 oil, which I'm going to take from this oil field here. And for each oil you source, you have to choose which pipeline it's going to get pumped through. Now, right now, this is a very simple example. We have 1 oil and we only have 1 pipeline.
Right.
So it's definitely going through here all the way up there. So this goes into the supply. And then whoever owns this pipeline, which
Monique.
is me, is going to get the benefit of
3
the
income?
pipeline. So the 3 income
So
bump.
you go to the 21. So now you're going to get 6 income at the
Yes,
start of every
so
round.
21. Then, had the industries that I'm selling had any of those premium deal stars, we would do them at that time. If we end up doing them during this playthrough, we'll put an additional
Yeah.
timestamp where you can jump to. But what I do gain is the benefit
Yeah.
of the merchant
Solid.
token. So all of these have a one-time benefit.
So it's another 5 bump.
In the example of Canada right now, it's a 5 income bump.
Look at that.
And the first person who is able to sell there gets the benefit and then flips this face down. So for the rest of the game, you can still sell to this market. You just don't get that,
not the
that
same.
income bump. And then finally, I flip over my actual industry. The whole reason why I'm selling.
More income.
At the end of the era, both eras, this is going to score me 5 points. There's also 1 link up here, but my immediate benefit is 6 income bump.
Amazing.
So I go up to 32, which is $11.
11.
$11.
11.
So at the end of this turn, essentially, I'm going to gain $11. Oh, and I didn't discard a card for that action. So
Very
I'm going to
important. There
discard
you
this one. All right, and that is the end of my turn. So can you pass me 2 cards, please?
2 cards. Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and draw.
And you're going to be first again.
Yes.
Because you spent no money.
I spent no money, and Naveen spent
So,
some money.
But here's that could be your income right there. I don't know how much you need.
I get 11 in
11.
income, so I'll take this 8.
8 plus 3.
8, 9, 10, 11,
I get 5.
and you get 5. There you go. All right.
All right. Money.
was-
Got 20.
That's the end of that round. So now it goes back to me. So I'm basically going to go back-to-back turns. I have $11.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot, but it's not nothing. I wonder if now is the time to take a loan.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to start by taking a loan. So I do still have to discard a card.
You do.
I'm going to discard this Wilkes Bar since I'm already in there. All right. So a loan is $30 from the supply specifically. So I'll take 15.
In this game, it's you take
three
the
fives.
full 30.
You
There's
take the
no
full 30.
taking 10, 20, or 30.
Right. Not like, I think it's lecture
Yeah.
where it's like that. No, it's a full 30.
Yep.
And then you go down 3
So-
income
So
values.
I'll show you how it works. She's in the middle here.
Yeah.
So she's going to go 1 to the top, 2, 3. So she's going to end up on this 26, getting 8 money at the end of every round.
Right. But for my second action, I'm going to network. So I'm going to discard this card and I'm going to do 2 links. I'm going to do 2 light trains. So the first light train is going to go here. I have to spend a coal. So I'm going to spend $2 to take it from here.
Yep.
So there's that coal. And
Covered something up.
the benefit here is I get to develop a single tile.
develop, yeah.
So I am going to develop past that level 2 kerosene.
Yeah, you might as well.
Because it unlocks. So this is just out of the game. When you develop, it's just out. And I don't have to pay the resource for it because it's a free develop action. But now I've unlocked an additional pipeline because that is what this industry leads into. It's my 3-point pipeline. So
Nice.
now I can build a pipeline in the future. All right. I'm now going to pay 10. So, where did I put the 2? I spent 2, right?
I'm not watching. Sorry.
I
Yeah.
have to be very cautious
Okay.
about that. So I spent 2.
Oh, for the coal that
For
you
the
spent.
coal.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pay 10 to do it again.
Okay.
And another 2 for that second coal
All right.
here for a light train. So here's that second coal. Then I'm gonna place
Yeah.
here.
So that's the 3
So
income
the
bump.
bonus is 3 income bump. So,
So
it brings me back up.
1, 2, 3. Now you
to
get 10.
10.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's not bad. And
Yeah,
this
that-
connects to Albany, which is two links there.
It's true.
And the thing that's nice is these 2 spaces. Well, this is not available to me, but this space here is for manufacturing, and the manufacturing market is here. So I'm pretty close. All right, that is it for my turn. So I'm going to go ahead and end by drawing 2 cards. And now it is to you, Naveen.
I'm going to network. So I'm going to spend my Wilkes Bar card here.
Okay.
And I'm going to network with 2 light trains. Oh, do I want to do a steel?
A steel? Oh, for a heavy train?
Yeah,
Is
heavy
it heavy
train.
train time? Ooh, it's heavy train time. You got to be very cautious, or you
Cautious.
have to just be cognizant of where you're building these heavy trains because, first of all, they're expensive. They're 2 steel, and that's one of those premium resources. But also, they stay on the board,
They
so
do,
they're gonna gain you those points. You want to put them where you'll score the most amount of points.
Right. How much money do you have here? You've spent 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Are you trying to go first? Next round?
I
You're
mean,
trying to reclaim
it's
turn
like
order?
it's like we're like this though, so
Yeah,
it's not
it's
the
true.
biggest deal. If we were up in each other's things, which is going to happen in Era 2,
Mm-hmm.
problem is my only access to steel is 5 times 2 because I would have to take both of these. That's pretty rough. I won't do it. I'll just do a light. I'll do 2 light trains. Unfortunately,
Okay.
not too happy about this, but
Where to?
it's going to be here. So that's 1. So it's going to cost me 3
Okay.
because I have to take the coal from this market.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll take the bottom one. And then I will do it again for another 10. So then I'm going to keep going. And then take the coal. Oh, it's actually another 3. So can you make change for this? Sorry.
Yes. So here. I'll just
So
give you
3 is
1,
going to go on here, and then I'll take 2 for myself.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So I choose mine, and then that goes there. And this will end up here, which is going to now get me
3 income.
3 income, which is
bump.
nice. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
And you spent that
That
on
one, I
this,
think, yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So this goes into the supply.
Perfect. Okay. So that was just 1 action.
Right. Wow, that was expensive. It's really expensive action.
Well, it's because I had to do 16, right? This has to be 16. If it's not 16, then we did something wrong mathematically.
1, 2, 3.
16, yeah.
Okay.
Because 3, 6, and then 10 for doing it a second link.
Okay.
So I'm at that point. Got to take a loan. Got to take a loan.
So my
Unfortunately.
timing wasn't too early.
No, it has to happen at some point.
That's good. Okay. So you have to
alright.
discard a card still.
I do. This is tough. Which card you discard is very important.
It's very
Yeah.
important. It is.
Because like cities get you access to like if you're getting bogged down
Yeah.
in a network and you're like, I need to go somewhere else.
Yes.
You don't want to just discard cities
It's
willy
true.
nilly.
Right.
But then some industry cards are like, that's my only way to get that thing on the board. So I'm gonna discard this manufacturing crate.
You sure?
I don't like it because that's what I developed past my level 1. So
Yeah.
I would go straight into level 2, but it's just so expensive right now.
Yeah, it's true. So here's your 30.
30.
And then you go down 3.
I do. So I go
levels.
down.
You go down to the 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
At
it's
the
not good.
highest point,
I'm not
yeah.
very happy about that.
Very nice.
But nice. All right.
All right, those are your 2 actions,
Those
right?
are my 2 actions.
So
1,
go ahead
2,
and
3,
draw
4, 5, 6. Yeah. So now we are
cards.
just going to play out the rest of our hand.
Yes, that is the end of the draw deck. So we are still going to continue playing turns, but now we're just going to chip away at our hands, which means this you can plan it out,
Yeah,
based
pretty
off
much.
of what you have.
Pretty much.
So now really don't spend the card that you need, right? Okay. So how much money did you spend?
A lot. 16?
16.
Yeah.
I spent 14.
14, yeah.
Oh,
So my income's 3. I'm just going to chip off 3 off that.
okay. So hold on. So no,
You're
it's
saying-
like that.
you
It's
say,
like that. Okay, sorry.
Just take your income.
So here's your 3,
And you take 10.
and I take 10. So I'll take these 2. Okay. So here's that.
There we go. And then you get to go.
And I'm gonna go next. So 4 more rounds. We're halfway through era 1. That's scary because now you should really consider if you're going to build out any level 1 industries, whether or not you'll actually be able to flip them.
Yep.
You know what? I have realized in my race for income success that I really have locked myself out of resources.
You exploited the heck out of this
I
market
did.
without replenishing
I didn't
it.
replenish anything,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. In a 2-player game, Naveen's not going to
Either
do it
you
for
or me, I'm not going to go do it. Yeah.
So I bet you brass players out there were watching this and looking at the state of the board and thinking,
you're doing fine. Like,
that's some danger right there. So because we only have so much time left before the end of the era, I think I'm just going to try to build these manufacturing because
Get 'em in.
my level 1 manufacturing tiles, even though they're going to get removed from the board, they don't require any resources to build
yeah,
them.
you don't need resources.
So I'm gonna first start by taking a build action in Rochester.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
It's the one
Yeah,
thing
I mean,
that
you built
build
there. I assumed you were doing that.
So level 1 manufacturing, it's just $12. So here's 5, 10, 11, 12.
Nice.
And the thing that's nice is this is one of those ones where you have to sell, and it is next to
Just like you had the kerosene set up.
Yeah.
You set that up.
so it's next to its market. And then I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to build in Boston. Now, I am not connected to Boston yet, so I could not sell yet, but at least I'm set up for whenever I'm able to do so. And at the very worst case scenario, if I do need to take a network action and just build a light train, I can buy coal from Cornelius Vanderbilt here for the ridiculous price of $7.
Yeah.
But at least it's always an option. You can always gain resources here. So I'm going to place out my second level 1 manufacturing
So
there.
you need to find a way to connect to more pipe.
I do.
Oil pipe. Because if you ever want to sell those, it's going to require 1,
That's true.
2 oil. That's your next goal.
I need 2 oil.
That's your next goal.
That is my next goal. I do have time. Honestly, I kind of forgot about that.
It's important.
You need oil.
You need oil.
If you want to
It's
sell,
part of the game
you
is
need
like-
oil.
yeah,
So
yeah.
let's find out if
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to make it in time.
Yeah, that's your.
So-
you have 3 more rounds to figure out a way to get oil and
Yeah.
and shift it over to sell those manufactured goods.
Yeah, I'm taking change for
Change.
the 15. So I'm spending 5, 10, 11, 12. So another 12 for that one. And now I might
So
need to
24?
take income again. Yeah,
that-
I spent 24.
Okay.
I might need to take income again.
You mean loan?
Well, sorry, yeah, I might take
Yeah.
a loan again. We'll see.
All right,
So
done.
that's it, yeah, because there's no more drawing.
Nothing to draw. Okay,
Yeah.
so I am going to build in Harrisburg using an industry card.
Okay.
So I had to set up this network here. So I'm going to build a coal like that. So it's a level 2. It's going to cost 8, but I don't have iron, so I'm going to buy iron from this network here. So it's going to cost me a total of 11.
Nice. And again, Naveen was able to use that industry card because it is in his network
in my
already.
network,
He has
yeah.
railways that are coming out of that city.
So this is going to go on top. It's going to come populated now with 3 coal, 2 of which are going to give me a rebate by going back to this market here. So can I have $6 back?
You're doing the thing.
And then 1 on top. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
There you go.
Thank you.
I was thinking one-sided because
One-sided?
even if I were to repopulate this is a very cheap market. So
Yeah.
that's fine. It's fine.
You're not bad. You're not
It's
bad.
action 1.
That's action 1.
Okay.
So how much have you spent total? You spent 24.
24.
And I spent 11. So I'll spend a New York card to build a rail. So we are going to do a light rail. I'm running low on them. So
Okay.
I'm going to do a light rail here,
Okay.
Toledo. That's going to get me, so this is going to be the coal that's going to actually get me there.
Okay.
Make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
So that flips this.
Yeah. Wait, what did you cover there?
I covered there.
So you get that first.
Let me get to 3 income. Yes, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, then this flips like that.
So you get 5.
5. So then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, I get to the next one. Yeah. All right, so that's that. Then for 10 more, I will do it again because I need whiskey.
Okay.
Bad. 10 more. I put it there, and I'm going to put another train here.
No, I wanted that so bad.
For the whiskey, I need the whiskey.
No, Naveen,
badly.
no.
I need it.
Why?
The whiskey. Yeah. So that's going to cost me coal, and then the cheapest coal is 3, so I'll spend 3. I think we're tied here, so you will go first.
Oh, nice.
I ended up spending 24. Yeah, 24. So this coal gets depleted.
I think Naveen
Make that happen. Can
setting
I have the
himself up
whiskey? Here we go.
nicely.
Whiskey gets you a wild, and I really need a wild.
Whiskey, again, is two different use cases here. You can spend whiskey with a card to be able to place anywhere.
Anywhere. Yeah.
It's a wild card. Or you can use it to increase the number of stars that you have in order for you to reach the premium deal thresholds.
I'm not really doing that right now, but yeah.
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 Anything else?
No, I think that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards in hand. That means I've taken both my actions.
All right. That's it. So you spent exactly the same amount as me?
I spent 24. You spent 24.
All right. The thing that is interesting in brass, some may say annoying, is that if you spend the same amount, you don't change turn order.
Stays.
So I get to go
income.
first.
So I'll take my 7 off of yours.
Okay, I'll take 10. Boom. All right. So we have 3 more rounds.
3 more rounds, yep.
Okay. So for my first action, I'm going to start by building. Well, actually, I was going to try to build in Cleveland, but I'm realizing that the industry I wanted to build does not exist there. But
Okay, nice.
because Naveen did this doohickey that I wanted to do here, you've connected me.
I've connected you to something.
You saved me.
No,
Naveen,
I had a feeling.
hero.
I had a feeling you were gonna try to build this.
Yeah.
So and I wanted the whiskey badly, so I had to snake in there. But then knowing that that's gonna create the link for you to get into here.
You've connected me to here. You've connected me to here.
I've hooked you up a little.
You hooked it up, which means I'm going to start by taking a network action. So I'm going to discard this card.
Okay.
And I'm going to build 2 links. The first link is going to be a light train. So, I mean, I guess I could start building these heavy trains, but do I really want to build it there? That's the question.
Well, where?
Here. Probably not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to build a light train there.
Cool.
It's going to cost 1 coal, which I'm connected here.
Yeah.
So $3. Thank you, Naveen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to build a second one for 10. And it's going to be a pipeline. So I have this, my only other pipeline available, which has a bonus of 3 points. And I have to spend an iron to do so. So it's another $3. Oh my gosh, all my money. I'm gonna have to take another loan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at there.
3 goes.
So here's $3 for this iron. Thank you. And I'm gonna build this here.
Yep.
So because I'm connected to Erie, I can go connect myself to this pipeline. So this has 2 oils. So it's gonna get populated with 2 oil.
2 oil.
Which is what I need.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's what I need.
That's what I'm saying. You just have to focus on getting the oil there. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and flip this over to see what I get.
A whiskey.
A whiskey. The whiskey I wanted. Okay. So whiskey for me.
Whiskey for you. And then in the next era,
it's 2 oil, 2 more
So
oil.
I'll put 2 below it.
Yeah. So now the only other
Like this.
bonuses in the other oil fields are
money and income.
Yeah, money and income. Okay. Wonderful. And for my second action, do I take another loan?
Loan, yeah.
Is it worth it? $30. I have $8 now. Oh my
How much have you spent so far?
So
10,
painful.
15?
I'm gonna get $10. Is that enough? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm not gonna take a loan. This might be a mistake, but I'm gonna take a network action, discarding this card, and I'm just gonna do a single light rail.
Okay.
You know what? Forget it. Let's take the loan.
Loan?
Let's do the loan.
Loan. So you're spending that
Let's
same
do
card,
it.
though.
I spent the
Loan.
same card.
So you're going to go down 3.
Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're together.
We're together.
7 and 7. What?
I don't know. I
Wanna
just
be
might
together?
regret this. I feel bad about it. I don't feel good about taking this loan. Okay. For the record, there are probably other things I could have done. I was running all these scenarios in my head, but I took the loan. I
happens.
did it. I made the decision. Okay.
Okay.
Back to you, Naveen.
Well, since you did that, so I will network.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a pipeline on. So I'm going to spend a New York card. And I'm going to network here this pipeline. Now, I have access to this pipeline as well as these two. So do I want to get points every time or income every time? I'll go put the points on.
Okay.
I'll put this one here. Put this one there. And so now this is going to come online. So we're going to put 1 oil here.
And you spent the iron, right?
Oh, sorry, the iron. 3. Yes, thank you.
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, come on.
So close. Okay,
I know.
so take this off.
Take this off, yep.
Okay, so then you added the 1 oil. All right, go ahead and flip that up.
Okay, 2 income bump. And then,
bump.
okay, so we're going to go just to the 8. Nothing.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It's so tiny over here. Yeah.
2.
I just want to hit these things, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then this is going to go down. Now we're going to populate this with the 1 from there.
Yeah.
And then on the next round,
Yeah.
2 are coming. That's
You're
good.
gonna
There's my
connect to it.
pipeline.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very nice.
So that was action 1, or
Okay.
like that was link 1.
Do you want to do a second link?
Probably. Yeah, I'll do a second one.
Okay.
It's going to cost 10. Oh,
Yeah.
How much did you spend?
A lot. Oh, actually, not that much, I guess, because I took a loan.
5, 10,
Still
11, 12,
regretting.
13, 14, 15, and I spent 3. I won't.
No?
No, I won't. I'll
Okay.
play another card. So I'll play this card here, this industry card for an Ironworks. And for this Ironworks right here, I am going to, do I have enough money for this? I have 23. And I'm going to spend a bunch of money here. So I'm going to put this Ironwork into Bethlehem.
Okay.
So this one is going to cost me 10 plus Coke.
Okay.
Now, the only way I can get to Coke is via this route here. This is going to cost me 16. So you are going to go first again. So there you go. There's 16. And
Very
then I strip this
nice.
Coke off right there.
Stripping that off. Okay.
Then this gets populated with, let's do all the iron first.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 iron here, which is going to 2 auto sell back here. So I get 6.
Okay.
So may I have 6, please?
So, you
3
I
times 2.
see.
Yep.
Okay.
That goes into my possession.
6. There you go.
All right. And then the next one is steel. So steel is nice because I know that we're going to be able to sell some back. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 here. I'm connected to this right over there. So I'm going to send 1 all the way back. I get 6 back.
6.
Another 6. And I don't think it's connected to either the other 2, but
Yeah,
that's
to
okay.
Philadelphia.
But now that this is here, a
Yeah.
heavy train could be in my
In your future.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's there. So I do need to get this thing flipped though if I want to score it twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
That's true.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Done? Okay. So that is it. That is it for the round. So you spent more than me, right?
Probably.
So you spent 15, 20. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I get 8.
So you get 8,
So I'll
and I
take
get 7. Oh, no.
Here's
5,
5.
6, 7.
You got it?
Okay.
I got my 8.
Here's my income. I have so much money. End the
good.
game here.
No.
It's money. Let's count money and get points for your money. That's not how it works. All right. All right. So then we're going to go to the next round. These are the last 2 rounds in Era 1. So 4 actions.
Yes.
Choose your actions wisely. Get those industries flipped. Speaking of getting them flipped, I have 2 of these. I really need to get those flipped before the end of the era because they're going to be removed. Although I do think I have a little bit of time. So let me start by taking a network action.
Okay.
I'm going to discard Philadelphia and, how do I want to do this? I think I'm going to do 2 links, 1 light train here.
Okay.
So I have to spend 4 for the coal from here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 10 to
go
do it again.
So 14.
And this time I'm going to build a heavy train.
Do it.
And I'm going to build a heavy train that gives me a whiskey. I'm going to place it here. So to build a heavy train, you have to spend 2 steel. I think I am
steel on the
connected
board.
to your
Yeah.
steel. So I'm going to go ahead and,
Well, it depends on where'd you build it. Where'd you build it?
oh, here.
Yeah, you're probably connected via this whole.
Yeah, I think we're all connected now,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I'm building it here. I'm going to exhaust
Helping
your
me out a little
steel.
bit.
There you go.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. So the benefit is I get a whiskey and I get another whiskey for the heavy.
Double whiskey, huh? Uh-oh, that's not
Double
good. That's not good.
whiskey.
That's bad actually for me.
please. Why?
Because I'm
Wait,
not,
did I
I'm
get
not the
the-
benefactor of double whiskey, double crate sale.
Did I get the whiskey for that?
Oh boy.
I don't think I did
Count your whiskeys.
because I had a whiskey,
Uh-huh.
right? And I just got 2 whiskey.
Oh boy.
So I get another whiskey.
a lot of whiskey.
This is very important to me
Yeah, because you have the double crate to
I
sell.
have the double crate. But actually for my second action, I am going to build a Coke industry, a level 1 Coke industry. So this, you have to upgrade a coal mine that's on the board. So I have a level 1 coal mine here. So I might as well upgrade it, right? It's going to get removed from the board anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to have the card to place it there. I don't. So I'm going to play any card and a whiskey, and that turns this into a wild.
Okay.
So this is going to allow me to place it and upgrade that coal mine. So this does cost me 18. So let me take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I paid the 5, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I trust you.
Okay. I think I did. I hope so. So 15, 16, 17, 18. That's for the Coke industry. So that's there. I also have to spend 2 coal. So 1 coal is gonna. Do I have enough money for this? Oh no! Wait. 4.
Plus
James
11.
or Cornelius Vanderbilt. James Vanderbilt.
R.I.P. man.
Cornelius Vanderbilt. So it's 4 plus 7, 11. Okay, 11. I have just enough for it.
Maybe it's time for another loan for you. Look at you.
No more loans. So I'm spending 11.
Oh my gosh.
It's from here, and then I'm buying from Vanderbilt. I can't believe I'm doing that. Look at all this money. This is ridiculous. I did something wrong. I'm not playing this properly.
You're doing just fine.
To build this out. So this is going to, I'm required to upgrade this.
So you score your 2 points for that tile right
Well,
away.
when doing so, the coal mine that you're upgrading has to be flipped, and it has to be yours. So both of those are true. And you score this immediately. So it's 2 points.
Yep. Money's on the board.
I'm on the board. I got 2 points, and now this is just done.
Gone.
So that goes on the board. Now, this is a resource producing industry. It produces Coke. Now, the thing that's nice is we are now super connected to these markets as it is right now. This is going to change for Era 2. But this is connected to this market over here, which I'm going to be able to replenish the Coke. So it's going to get me $6 per Coke.
2.
That's 12. In addition, I also get 4 points
8
per
points.
Coke. So it's 8 points.
So you have 10 points.
So 8 points and 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah, it was good. All right.
now it goes to you.
Well, since you did that, I'm going to spend a Baltimore card in order to network.
Okay.
So I am going to build out. The first one is actually going to be a pipeline.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this online right here because I know the benefit that we're going to get. So
Yeah, money.
money, and it's going to be, I'll do
So 1 iron.
1 iron, which is this. My iron. It's going to go all the way there. So it goes there. So that will flip this. So don't forget that.
Is this truly connected? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where's your pipeline?
I have these. So I'm just going to put this pipeline, the one that gives me the income bump. We'll see if that even becomes a thing. But
So two oil. Let's flip this really quick. Just put that here so that we don't forget. Oh,
It's
one
just
oil.
one oil, yeah.
1 oil. Okay. So we'll get back to that. Let's flip this. You are going to gain 2 income.
2 income, which is okay.
Okay. So now go ahead and flip your
So
pipeline.
now this will flip, and now
Ooh.
we have so this is part of prototypes here. Our token tells us 10,
Yeah.
but our board tells us 8.
Yeah. We're going to go buy the token.
We're gonna go token, yeah. Benefits me a little bit more, you know. I'd like an extra $2.
So there's your 10.
There's 10. Okay, so
And 1 oil is going to go
into the
into the Era 2
yeah,
planning.
perfect. Okay.
Very nice. So that was your first link. Are you going to do the second one?
Well, you spent so much money that, gosh, what do I
Yeah,
have?
you can spend as much money as you want. You're definitely going to go
5,
first.
10, 15, 20, 25. I had plans to do this Coke upgrade thing, but the markets are just so dry.
Yeah.
So how much? Okay, so it's 18 plus another 7 times 2. What is that?
14.
14.
So what's 32?
30. Is that 32?
18 plus
5,
14?
10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32?
All your money? All your money.
All my
load
money,
time.
but I'd get 5. But that's everything, right?
Yeah, right? Well,
I would get 5, 10 back. Or yeah, I'd get 10 back.
'Cause you're-
plus 9 income.
because you're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, I gotta
Same.
get that going because this is the one shot.
18.
You know.
Yeah.
Do I really have exactly the money? All right. So that means if I spend 10, then I won't have enough money because my income's 9. So I need the exact. All right, I'll do it. I won't build anymore, unfortunately.
Okay.
That kind of stinks. So now my second action,
Yeah.
I will spend let's spend a Cleveland card.
Okay. 2.
to go ahead and not spend a Cleveland card. Let's spend a kerosene card instead. I'd rather have flexibility of getting into Cleveland.
To take what action?
To do the upgrade build thing that
So you are building.
I'm gonna do it, yeah. So exactly what Monique did with the whole Coke thing. She beat me to it by a whole like half a turn.
Okay.
And grinding towards this thing. By the way, I'm supposed to flip that.
Oh yeah.
You get some benefits there.
I almost didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll get it at the end of the year.
It's a
There's
later
no
thing.
upgrade, but
Yeah.
there's no immediate benefit.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to do the same upgrade thing with the Coke here, Clarksburg. So I have to spend that plus the whiskey.
The whiskey.
To represent
able
the
to go
wild. This is a wild action of Clarksburg. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the way I'm going to do this is it's 18 plus 2 coal. So 2 coal I have to buy from Vanderbilt. We were not able to repopulate.
Yeah.
There's just no more, like, you would have to come in here to repopulate.
Right.
I would have to come here to repopulate. But I never had this card, and you probably never had a Clarksburg.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Or maybe you
still
spent it, yeah.
spend your whiskey. Like, you can literally do what we're doing right now.
I know.
To be able to go.
That's why I really needed this.
those places.
When I got this whiskey out here, that was the whole point. It was to get to this point. I wanted to get, I guess you just netted an extra 2 over me, so it's not terrible. But 18 plus 14 is 32, and that's exactly the amount of money I have. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Oh, wow.
So now we'll have to figure out who's going first. I think it might still
You.
be me. Yeah, okay.
This
Well,
is
that's
like
good.
15 down there.
Okay, let's just handle this real quick. So,
25. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, so this is going to go and replace here. So very similar to what Monique did. I'm going to score my 2 points. 1, 2. So this goes
Goes
bye-bye.
out. 2 Coke,
2 Coke on top.
which actually goes and refills.
Refills and market here, not
So
the
you get
6.
10.
So I get $10 back. And I get 8 points also. This flips, and that's nice. Okay.
There you go. Oh, but this is going to be worth.
8.
Oh, yeah,
it's the same 8. Yeah, I didn't develop past. You'd have to develop
Envious
past.
of
Yeah,
each other
I
right
know.
now. Okay.
I basically just wanted the extra $2.
Yeah. All right. So that's it.
Yeah, that's it for that.
All right. So you spent a total of 32. That was all the money you
32
spent?
is what I spent.
Okay. So you're definitely going to go first because I have 20 here. 20. What is this? 24. This
34.
is 30 right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get $9. I'm gonna take your $4 plus. Can I have 2 5s? There we
Okay.
go. That's
So
okay.
I get 7. So 5, 6, 7. All right. Naveen.
Yeah.
Final turn.
Turns.
Final round
Turns
before
up.
final turn.
Turns.
Last turn.
Yeah.
Going into
Actions.
the end of era 1. What would you like to do?
Something cheap.
By now, you only have 2 cards left in your hand.
Yeah, 2 cards
So
left.
you know what you kind of, if you want to build, you only have those 2 options.
Right. Our first action is I'm going to build an industry in Detroit,
Okay.
and I'm going to build a kerosene. So kerosene is going to require, it's kind of what Monique did earlier. So it's going to require me to spend 11.
Okay.
Plus, unfortunately, there's still no coal on the board. So
Yeah.
it's going to cost 1 coal. So
To
I have to buy
Vanderbilt.
to Vanderbilt.
So 7.
There's
At least it's an option.
something. All right, yeah. And then I have to go down in income, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Oh, come on. And then, yeah, so that's that, getting
Okay.
it set up. And I should probably do the thing with it, which is sell it. So unfortunately, I was really trying to get to this crate. I know you're going to do it on your turn. I was
You were
short.
going to steal it.
I was short
He was
$3.
going to pull the rug.
I was, well,
Under me.
we all know I have a Cleveland card, right? I exposed it earlier. So I was going to put one here. And then try
Okay.
to sell it this way, but it was short $3. So
Okay.
anyway, I'll sell with my
Okay.
Cleveland card, and then I'm going to sell that kerosene just to Canada, not too
All
far.
right. So single industry.
Single industry.
You're selling to Canada. So how much oil does it require?
It just requires 1.
Okay. So go ahead and source your oil.
I'm gonna not source it from you.
Okay.
I'll source it. Well, oh yeah, I should probably.
Yeah, don't source it from me. You definitely want. Do you want 2 points or do you want 3 income
So
increase?
3 income is 1, 2, 3. It gets me an extra $2.
Yeah.
Or 2 points. I think I gotta go points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take this pipe all the way.
As long as it's connected, it goes all the way, right?
Yeah, it goes all the way.
Okay.
It's
So you
connected,
get that. You get your 2
Yeah.
points immediately.
Let's get the 2 points. Since
Okay.
you're gonna score
You would
6.
then count your stars. I don't think that one
There's
has
no
any
stars on that one. Yeah. This
So
will
we've
flip.
already flipped this market, so then it's just that.
Oh, that's nice. That gives me 6 up.
So 6.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
There we go.
That's a nice one for income.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Is that it?
That is that.
Those are your 2 actions?
Yeah.
All right. So it goes to me then for my final turn. And I'm going to start by selling. let's do this now. Naveen tried to do it ahead of me.
I'm
I
out of
didn't
actions.
see that coming, honestly. So I'm going to discard this card to do so.
Okay.
I am selling 2 of my industries, this one and this one. So they require 1 oil each. I have 2 oil here. So for this one, I'll spend it and it connects.
you
The
get
other
3
one, I'm spending
and
it.
you
And
get
this
3
is 3 points
each.
per.
I'm going to give
oil
you 6
barrel.
points.
Thank you. This goes into the supply. I do have premium deals this time. This is the whole reason why I played out this whole last half of the first era doing this so that I can gain these whiskey. So first things first, you count all the stars on all the industries you're selling. So I'm selling these 2 industries. They're 1 star each. So 2 stars. Now you can also discard 1 whiskey to increase by 1 star. You can do this as many times as you want. So I'm going to discard all 3 of these whiskeys to add up to a sum of 5. So I'm going to claim this premium deal, which is immediately going to gain me $15 and 8 points.
I'll get you the 8 points. So 16
take
points.
15.
You're going to go to 24. Oh, no. Oh, your income is on top of it. There you go.
And that's that. So that's been claimed.
That was bad.
I wanted at least one of us to do the premium deal thing in the game. You know what I mean? If it's a new part of the game, we want to make sure we try to do it. So that's that. Next is the market tile. I'm the first one to sell here. So this is 6
I wanted to get that
points.
6. I knew you were going to get this industry thing. So I was like,
24
1, 2,
to
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 30 points.
And then now I get to flip these industries. So this is going to gain me 5
5 income.
income
How much?
and
10.
another 5. So 10
So 34.
to 34. Yeah. So I go to 12.
go.
All right. So that was
Yeah,
action.
points and income. That's
That was
not good.
action 1. I do have a second action. Oh, I have money. What do I want to do with it? The thing is, I can't build in the cities that I'm already in. How much money did you spend? So
Let's see, 15, 18.
18. Oh, because I'm tempted to build this, but then I
If you build that, you have to pay Vanderbilt 7 because there's no coal anywhere. Plus the steel, which is what, 4, 5. So you'd be paying 15 plus 5 plus 7,
pain.
27.
I'm gonna network. So I'm gonna spend this to network, and I'm gonna build a heavy train because at least that'll stay on the board, and I can still build out from there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna build out the only heavy train I have in my possession.
Okay.
This is gonna get placed here. This requires me to spend 2 steel, so I do have to buy them both.
The cheapest is here.
Yeah, I'll buy those 2. So it's 10.
10, and then your train is going to come populated with 1. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what that one is.
1 for me to spend. I don't think I want to spend another 10 to do another one because I don't even have another heavy train in my supply. I don't have anything in my supply. just my light trains actually, and there's no coal. So I'm going to leave it at that. That is it for my action, and that is it for the round.
For
so we
Sarah.
still finish out the round.
Yes,
So I spent less.
you did. So my income's 10.
Mine.
Or
is
no,
10
mine
as well.
comes
Oh, mine's
11.
10. Yours?
No, your points are here.
Mine is 12.
Yeah, mine's 11.
So if I have 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm going to go first in the
You've been going first like pretty much the whole game. That's bad.
era.
That's not good.
Not true. There was a time I
Way
spent
too much
fun.
the whole game.
Okay, sorry, my stuff is so unorganized. Okay, so now that the era is over, we're going to score our points, and it's really just going to be for 2 main things. It's going to
Links.
be for our links and our flipped over industries. So first things first, we are going to score our links via the trains. So shall I just do all mine first?
Yeah,
All right, so let's just start from right to left. What do you think?
why not?
Okay, so starting with this one here, this is a heavy train, so this is going to stay on the board.
So we'll just keep a running total for a couple because it's going to be a lot.
Okay,
So
so
4.
this one, it's a total of 4 because there's 2 here and 2 here. 'Cause
4.
it's basically all of the links on all of the connected cities on everybody's tiles. So it's not just your own. So it's a total of 4. This one is
Another 4.
so it's
take it off.
8. So
Yeah.
I'm going to remove this because
8.
it's a light train. This train is 1, 2, 3.
So 11.
So oops. So 11. So remove that. This one is just 1. Right?
3.
Oh, 2, 3. 11,
14.
14.
Okay, so let's get you 14 then. So you're at 30. So you're 44. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. This is 3
plus
built
1.
into Canada plus 1. So it's
it's 4.
4. This is just 1.
5.
So 5. None?
Yeah.
Oh, painful. Anything else?
This one, the heavy train, 6, 7.
6, 7.
So you
I
get
think that's
more,
it.
7 more points.
Okay. So I go to 51.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good
All
score.
right. So these are going to go back into my supply. You can put these out again in the next era.
Yep. All right, so where am I? Let's just start from here and work our way back.
Sure. Do you want me to
So-
remove them for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's 1.
So this is 1.
Yeah, 1. 2.
2, for just for that one.
This one is 3, 4. Okay, then this one is 5, 6, 7.
Uh-huh.
This one is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nice.
This one is 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yes.
And then I don't think I put out a heavy train. Is that 19?
Yeah, probably not.
19, okay.
19.
So 12 plus 19, so let's go back 1 plus 20, so 31.
So 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm
so
down
there are
20.
your
Yikes.
light trains.
Down
All right.
20, got to figure that out.
Then we'll score our flipped industry tiles. So again, they have to be flipped. I'm just going to go starting from here. This one is 6 points.
Yep.
So I go to 57. Rochester is 6 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is 8. I just go here.
8 plus 5 is 13.
13. Anything else?
13.
13,
That's
right?
it, yep.
Okay. So 76?
76, yep.
Okay. All right.
All right.
As for yours, here,
Yep, 5.
5, 8, 11,
11,
19.
19. 19 plus 5, 24.
24.
All right, there we go. So
That's nice.
24. So up 4 plus 20, so 55. So what's the score right now? 55 to...
76.
That's not good.
There's a whole other half of the game.
I know. Dang it.
No worries, Naveen. So that is it for scoring. Now we're going to set up for Era 2, and we're going to do the painful thing. We're going to remove our level
ones.
1
Yep.
tiles because they are now considered to be obsolete industries. So I'm just going to remove, I think they're, oh my gosh, it's like most of my tiles.
I just have 2 1s, I think.
That's it, right? These 3? I guess this is a level 2. So that stays.
Yep.
All right, next we are going to move the oil barrels into the oil fields. So this is now what we have to work with.
Right.
And finally, we are going to re-prepare the deck. So the bottommost card we flip face down, this just gets
Oh,
re-flipped.
Harrisburg.
Oh, mine was Pittsburgh.
Okay, there you go.
So Naveen is going to shuffle these. We'll
Okay.
deal out cards again, and we'll see you in a second.
All right, deck has been shuffled. We each have 8 cards. Monique is going to be going first.
Yes.
Again.
Welcome to Era 2.
All right.
Let's do this. This is our last chance to do something nice. All right, so first turn I'm going to build a coal mine in Clarksburg.
It's time.
It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah.
So I have a level 2 coal mine. It's going to go, it has to go
to
here.
the left, yeah.
So it's going to cost 8 plus iron.
3.
So it's
So
11.
11 to you.
5, 10, 11. Okay, and now it's going to come populated with 3 coal, 2 of which will go into
So
the
you get
market.
6
So I'm going to
back.
get 6 back.
1 on. There you go.
1 on there. And then I'm going to network. So I'm going to discard this card and I'm going to build a light train here
Pittsburgh.
in, Pittsburgh. I'm going to spend my coal. So this gets flipped over. I go up 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
And then I'm going to spend 10 to do it again.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, I don't have a heavy train. So I have to do another light train.
Okay.
And I might as well connect it here.
Yeah, Cleveland's a big city.
Yeah, Cleveland's a big city. Pittsburgh is also big. And that way I'm connected to my own heavy train here that's steel. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And now it's back to
So
you.
where did you... So you consume...
Oh, wait.
you need
For the
to-
second one, I have to
yeah.
consume this.
Yeah.
So it's another 3. Good catch.
Yes.
1, 2,
I'm on it.
3. My ones. All right. Your turn.
Well, since you've created this, I will build in Pittsburgh now.
Okay.
So Pittsburgh, we are going to build a coal,
Nice.
and I have to build it here. So let's just do this real quick. So it's going to cost me 8 plus 3, this thing right here. It ebbs and flows like that. So then
does.
this will go on top like that. It's going to cost me 8 plus 3, so that's 10, 11. Gosh,
Okay.
the money is tight. Okay, so that's that. And then this will now have 1 going back to this market. So can I have 3?
Okay.
And then 2 are going to sit on top of my actual thing.
Oh, no.
What?
This is,
Oh, yeah.
Connected.
Yeah, thank you.
so it's actually
So I get 8.
3 plus 8.
Yeah, and
so
then,
11.
and it flips. Sweet. Thank you.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go.
There you go.
You get 11.
Nice. Well,
That was nice, huh?
Yeah, that worked out.
So that was action 1.
That was action 1. So you spent a total of 24. So I will spend a New York card
Okay.
to network, and I will network here, tapping into this coal over there.
Nice.
So I'm going to do a light drain.
Okay. This
Cover
action
that.
number 2?
Action number 2, yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to cover that up. It's going to be this coal.
So for 4.
So for 4. Here's 5. I'll take 1 back from my little supply here.
Okay.
And then that's going to get me a 3 bump. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, because that's what you covered?
That's what I covered up, yeah.
Okay. That was a bonus there.
Yeah.
So you're going to do it again?
No, because if I do it again, it's going to cost 10 to do it again, and I only have 3 left.
Okay.
So, and there's nothing cheaper. Oh, I guess I could technically do it there. How much did you spend? 5, 10, 15, 20, 24, 15, 25. 20. No, I won't do it.
Okay.
I won't do it.
All right. So go ahead and draw your 2 cards.
2 cards. Yes, thank you.
And then I think you already did the math, right? You spent less.
Yeah, so I get 14 bucks as
So-
my income. Yours is 13.
You get 14. Here's 15 if you want to give back 1.
There's 1.
And mine is 13. Okay. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. So then it goes to you.
Okay. So for my first action, I will play a Cleveland card to build in Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm going to build a kerosene into this spot right there.
All right.
So that's going to cost me 11. It's going to make me go down in income, unfortunately. I know. There we go. And then this is going to go down in income. But this is the best time to just do that. Bloop, just one
Just
notch.
down by 1.
Yeah. And this
So this is a
kerosene-
level
still the level 2.
Oh, yeah, it's
yeah.
the other one.
Yeah. And that's going to pop right over there.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was action 1.
That was action 1.
What did you
Oh,
use
the
for coal?
The coal. Here we go. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So then it's actually 4. So I'm going to put this.
You're connected here. Aren't you? Where did you
am
build?
in Cleveland. Yeah, I'm connected there.
You're
Yeah,
connected here, so
it's
this is
cheap.
3.
It's cheaper by 1. Yep. So, it was
There
like
you go.
this. So can I have?
Huh?
I need some change here.
Okay,
so
for
can
5?
yeah, just make this into 5, and then I'll make
2,
2.
3, 4, 5.
Yep.
There you go.
And then I put 3 on top, and then I keep 2.
Okay.
There we go.
So that was action 1.
That was action 1. Yeah, thank you. All right, next action. Let's play this card for a network, Bethlehem.
Oh, okay.
Since it's already full.
Where to?
Where to is such a question. I'll place it here where the whiskey is. So it's going to be there. It's going to cost me 4 to do this. So I'll put a 5 on, take 1 back.
Okay.
That looks good. And then I get a whiskey for doing that.
Very nice.
Thank you. And then I don't have enough to do it again. So that's it.
Wait, so where did you take the coal from?
I paid the 4, but I didn't take it off. There you go. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect. And then 1, 2.
But you paid 4 again? You're still connected here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. So,
So here.
okay. There
Just
we go.
take one
Take 1 coin back.
$1 back.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
So how much money did you spend total?
I don't remember.
16,
16,
17?
17, yeah.
17? All right, for my first action, I'm going to build in Pittsburgh. I'm going to build a coal mine. It's been a while since we've done this, so I'm just going to do it now. So it's 8 plus
4.
4.
Yeah.
So 12. I'm going to play it there.
Okay.
Okay, so 5, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
My money is a mess. All right, so that gains me 3 coal,
Yep.
and they're all just going to get placed out.
So it's going
So
to
it's
be
going to
1,
be
2,
6,
3.
10.
Yeah, it's good.
And then that coal mine
it.
gets flipped.
Flip. Very good.
So I go up on 5 on this income here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now for my second action, I am going to build in Cleveland. So I'm playing a Cleveland card, and I'm going to build this next level 2 manufacturing. This is going to cost me 15 plus a steel and a coal.
Wow.
So this is going to go here. For the steel, I have my own personal steel.
Yep.
So I wanted to be able to use that for sure.
So 15.
And then a coal is going to be
3.
this one. So another 3. 1, 2, 3.
So 18.
Okay, so the thing that is neat about this specific level 2 manufacturing is if I can get it flipped, which means I need to connect it to Boston somehow.
Yeah.
But if I can get it flipped, the amount of points you get is equal to your income.
Yeah,
So
so
this is going to
you
be
wanna do it
15
late.
points
Yeah.
the way that it is right now. It actually gives me a 6 income bump, so it's going to be a little bit higher, but it's pretty lucrative if I can sell it. All right, those are my 2 actions. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 cards. That's the end of the round.
Yes.
So you have definitely spent less.
yeah.
So go ahead and take your 13
Okay, 13.
income from that. I'll take 15. I'm just going to take this
I
one.
need an extra buck if you don't mind.
An extra?
Yeah, one buck.
There you go.
Thanks.
Okay. So Naveen, if you'd like to go straight into it.
All right, so I got
Back to
15,
you.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah. 15. Oh, I also have 23.
23?
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, it's 15. Oh, and actually, because I built out these two, I unlocked these two heavy trains.
Oh, yeah.
So now I have those in my supply.
This heavy train in this pipeline. I've just been leaving them on the board. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to build in Clarksburg.
Okay.
And I'm going to build an iron work here. So this is going to cost 10 plus 5 for the coke. And I think coke can come via this way. So it's going to be 6 plus 10. So that is 16.
Okay.
Would we agree with that?
Yeah.
That's for this one. So now this is going to slot in right over here.
Okay, so you have to remove the coke.
So I have to remove the coke. So that's going to be this one. Okay. And then I think a lot of it gets fed right back. So the 3 iron.
Oh, so it's 3.
Yeah, 3 iron. So it's 1, 2,
iron
and 3. And 3 steel. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And then the 3 steel is going to be
on top.
It's going to go 1, 2. Oh no, it's not connected.
It's not connected there. I think it's. Oh, that's full. Yeah.
You know what? Steel's okay. Steel can be used.
Steel is,
I can use steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not been using my own steel. Money's good, but I can use it for heavier trains or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was that. So might as well network then.
Okay.
I'll do it now. So, oh gosh, I don't know which one to spend. I will spend Wilkes Bar.
Okay.
I like that one over there.
Where to?
So we're gonna network a heavy train. So let's get this heavy train here.
Which heavy train?
Let's do a whiskey heavy train. So I'm gonna put it here. So that's gonna cost 2 steel. I'll take it from here.
Very nice. You can do it again.
I'd like to do it again, yeah. So it's gonna cost me another 10.
Ooh, it's a lot.
I know. And if I just put one here,
Yeah.
it gets me to this market.
Yeah, it's at 5
and
points.
it's 5 points.
Again.
I'll do a light train.
It's nice.
So 1,
So nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know what? I'll do another heavy train. Let's do a coke heavy train. I think that's important to me.
Okay.
I think it's important. So I'll put that there. So that's going to cost 2 steel. So it's going to be this one is 1 plus I need to spend 6 here
Okay.
because that's the only way to get the second steel. So another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my
6.
gosh, that's all your money.
Am I loan Naveen? I don't know. Who
You're going second next round.
knows?
That's for sure.
Yeah. So I did that.
Okay, that's it then, right?
I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. That was a lot of money. Was
Yeah. Okay.
Not
So
doing
I just
great.
have to not spend that much.
money. Yeah.
All right, so that's back to me.
Or you know what? No, I don't want the coke train. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm looking at what is needed to move
Sure.
up, and I think I'm gonna go with the steel train instead.
Okay. You're supposed to put the resource on it
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. It wasn't even official. There you go. Now it's official.
All right, for my first action, I'm going to network. So I'm just going to discard this card.
Okay.
I'm going to build a light train here.
Okay.
So that's going to cost me 3.
3. Yep.
So let's do that. So I get a whiskey for that because I covered up that spot. Do I want to build a second one? Ugh, that's the question.
It'll cost you 4.
For 10
Oh yeah, 14.
plus 4, 14. I'll have 11.
You will go first.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'll build a second one
We get action economy at this point.
here.
Yeah.
So that's 10 for the second action plus 4
Yep.
for this one.
14. So here,
So I'll
just
give
get 15.
take
Give you
15.
one.
Yeah, I'll
Here's
take
one.
that. Thank you. All right. And then for my second action, now that I have a whiskey, I'm going to build in Pittsburgh, but I'm going to spend the whiskey in any action or any card to go
Okay.
there.
So wild.
Yes, I'm going to build this industry. Oops. It's another manufacturing industry. This is already flipped. So it costs 6 plus, 2 coal.
2
Hold
coal.
on.
There's no coal. You have to Vanderbilt it in.
Oh no, I don't have that money.
Want the whiskey back?
Wait, yeah, let's take the whiskey back because I think if I Vanderbilt it in, that would be 6, 10. So actually, can I take this back?
Sure. What is it? I don't even know what that was.
The 14. Let's not build this just yet. That was 14 because I spent 10 plus 4.
So here, yeah, put back a 1.
So I'll put back a 1.
Okay, so
And then
you're-
can you put back a coal?
Got it. So you're undoing that whole thing.
So I just undid the second network. Okay, but I am still doing the whiskey to build in Pittsburgh. And it's still going to be this. So 6 and 2 coal. And now there's 2 coal there. So 6 plus 8. So that's 14.
So the 14 again is back.
Yeah,
the 14 is back. You just didn't spend the, yeah, there you go.
Yes. Thank you. So this is going to get built here. Not only do I have to spend that, but I also have to exhaust an oil.
Okay.
So because I've connected here to Erie, I'm now connected to this oil field. So I'm going to exhaust my own.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 3 points.
You're over there.
Please. Oh.
No, that's,
Oops.
here.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is an already flipped manufacturing tile. It just gets me immediately 10
$10.
bucks.
That's great.
And it's worth 4 points. The thing that's nice is the next manufacturing tile level, level 5, these must be built over an already flipped manufacturing tile. So that's what that is.
I see.
All right, that is the end of my turn. So let me go ahead and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And then you said I spent less?
Yeah, you have to have, like, I
Okay.
spent like 30 something.
So I spent 17.
I
Okay,
get
so I'm just going to
13.
take 15 for my income.
Okay, I'm
Just
thinking
to go
13
back.
for mine. These will
And I'm going to
back
go
you.
first. All right. We are heading into the final stretch.
Yeah.
So we still have at least half the era to go. But now it's back to me. All right, for my first action, I'm going to build a coal mine. Somebody's got to do it. So
Where?
I'm going to Wilkes Barre
Okay.
because I have the city card to do it.
Okay. Where are you going to get your iron from?
From Mr. Vanderbilt
Okay.
himself.
The
I
guy.
think he kind of wants you to do that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get coal right now. So I'm building that there. It's going to cost 10 plus iron, so it's 17. Yeesh.
Yes.
So let me just get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 15, 16, 17. Boom. All right. So now I get 5 coal, 2 of which
So you
will
get $4
fill that market.
and
So I
then
get,
3
I'll take
sit on
5 and
top?
Give back a 1. And then, yeah, 3 will sit there. So that's nice.
There you go.
Then I'm going to network. So I'm discarding this card. I'm just going to do 2 light trains. I'm going to go 1 here, removing this, and another 1 here, spending 10 to do that,
That's good.
and this second coal. So this covers that spot. So I get 3 income bump. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's it. So you can pass me 2 cards, please.
2 cards for you. Okay, there you go.
That goes to you. Oh, that was the 4th round.
Yeah, I'm not doing so
Gosh,
well
what
here.
are we doing?
Oh, you're doing fine. All right, I'm gonna take a loan. This stinks. I don't want to have to do it, but I have to. Yeah, so
That's okay.
$30, please.
Okay, 30 bucks. Here.
Yeah, just give me those. We'll
Yeah.
change eventually.
Okay, so -3 income.
-3 income. Yeah, that's bad. 1, 2, 3. That's really bad.
I mean, at least you'll go first in the next round.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to buy from Vanderbilt over here. How much did you spend?
A lot.
15, 25, 27. Okay, so I did not spend 27. So I'm going to double network, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to spend a New York card to network. So the first one I have to buy from Vanderbilt. I just blocked out. So I will do a light rail
Okay.
here. Vanderbilt is going to cost me 7. That kind of stinks. To do it again is going to cost me to go again. It's going to cost me here. I'll just break this down like that.
Okay.
Take a 5 like
So
that.
10.
That's 10 just to go again. And then if I build out this rail,
Another light train.
a light train here,
Okay.
then I can take from you, and then I'll flip you.
yes. Take from me.
I know.
Thank you. So I get 4 income.
Yeah, that's good because you
1,
got that
2,
crate
3,
that says
4.
sell it for your income points.
Yeah.
I know.
Nice.
So that's those actions. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's me. All right, I'm gonna draw these last 2
Last
cards.
2.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
So we're halfway through the era. How much did you spend? You spent less than me.
less than you, I think.
Okay. So
That's
let's.
good. I get
flip
10
these.
points or 10 back.
So you get 10 back. Here's your 10. I get 17. So 15, 16, 17. All right. Go ahead, Naveen.
First, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You get back to back.
Well, I can build this kerosene here. So I will. I'll build in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Kerosene. So I think I have enough money to do this. Yeah, I should. So kerosene is going to cost 12
So level
plus
2.
yeah 12 plus 2 coal, and then this is now connected somehow. It's all connected to
Yeah.
that. So that's going to be
It's 1 coal.
yeah.
right?
So but it's 2. Sorry, it's going to cost two bucks. Yeah.
$2, yes.
Yeah. So 14 total. So oh gosh, I have like the
That's okay. Here, just give me a 5.
yeah.
Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
So
So
it's going to cost 14.
yeah.
So here's 4 plus 10. Let's do that. This coal goes away. And that was to build this kerosene here.
Yep.
That's kind of nice.
You also have to pay in income.
Yeah, 2 income. So
2 income.
1, 2. Yeah, that part stinks. Okay.
All right, so it's action 1.
That's action 1. Action 2, I think I am going to, now that this is part of my network, I think, can I build there?
Why not?
I can, yeah. So I'm going to build there with this
Okay.
industry card. So that's Wilkes Bar.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost me 1 iron, which I can get cheaply iron for 3. So 3 plus 10. So it's going to cost me 13.
Oh, you did both things that I wanted.
So 15.
I wanted to take that spot.
And I take these 2 back.
That is the last coal
yeah.
spot on the board.
I got to get this on there. So this is going to go here, and then it comes with 5, and I think I can repopulate everything. So it's going to be
So
1,
you paid
2.
the cost.
Yeah,
okay.
that's why there's 15 there.
Okay, so
it'll be
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of it is going to go and flip. So it's going to be 8 plus 6, so it's 14, 15, 16, and then this flips. 16 plus a flip.
I'm just going to give you that. I'm going to make this a problem for myself later.
Okay.
So you flip that, so you go up 4.
4 on this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
There you
So
go.
now we have a lot of coal. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and oh no, that's it.
No, there's nothing
more
to draw.
cards.
Yeah.
Grand. So now it goes back to me, and this is connected everywhere. You said, right?
I mean, not
Like, it's
everywhere.
connected to these
for
markets.
most of
These
them, yeah.
these ones here. Okay. So
Oh man, this should have flipped.
oh yeah, when did you put that there?
I haven't. I think a while back. So this. So my income is off then because of this.
Okay.
That should have flipped, and then
Oh, fortunately, it's only 2.
yeah.
How long
Okay.
ago did you put that out?
It's been a while. It's okay. Clarksburg was definitely in this era, but
Yeah.
in terms of when that happened, but taking income.
You want to take like $2? Go ahead, Naveen.
I'll take $2.
Take
I think
$2.
that seems fair. Yeah, people are gonna be like, no, that's not right. But
Well, it's fine.
very good.
We're deeming it fine. All right.
It's because you lose income when you like lose income. 'Cause I put kerosene
Yeah.
out, you lose based off of that. Like,
Yeah, fortunately, it was only 2
Yeah.
income, so it really would have only been a threshold of 1.
Yeah.
All right, so I do not have the card that I need,
Hmm.
and I don't have any whiskey. There's literally only one other place to get whiskey right now, which is here.
in the South.
So I am going to network, and I think I'm just going to do a single network. We've been going wild with these lately. I'm just going to do the one. So
you
I have
need
to pay
the-
first.
Yeah.
I think you said
Two.
this connects all the
Yeah,
way
I
down
think
there,
so.
right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take your word for it. So $2.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
$2. I get the whiskey that
Yeah,
I
it's
need
definitely connected actually.
from there. And then now I'm going to,
Use that whiskey.
yes, I'm going to play a card, spend the whiskey so that I can play in Pittsburgh. I'm going to build this level 5 manufacturing, which requires me to upgrade a flipped manufacturing tile.
Which is this one right here.
So this is going to cost me 13 plus a coal and a steel. The only steel that I can access is that.
So
So
6.
that's 6 plus 2. So 8 plus 3, or plus 13, sorry, is 21.
21. Yeah.
So can you remove that one, please? So 15, 21. So this is going to go here.
Does that make me go first?
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe
And-
not actually.
I have to upgrade this one because this is the only one that's flipped.
Okay.
I'm going to score the points immediately. So it's 4 points.
Down here. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
thank
4. No problem.
All right. That's it. Those are my 2 actions.
Okay, yeah.
So how much money
So-
did you spend?
What were your
spent-
2 actions?
23. Oh, I networked 1
Oh, okay.
and then I built that.
So I spent 20. You have more. All right, I have more. Yeah. So
Because you spent at least
like 27.
27. Are you sure? 15, 20. Oh yeah.
I gotcha.
Not mathing.
So I keep
Okay,
11.
so I get to go first, which is nice. I get 17, 15, 16, 17, and then I'll go again. So I think I need to network. So let me just hold on. Let me play a card. I'm gonna play this card to network. Let's go with a light train here.
Okay.
So it's gonna be the next cheapest. This one.
3.
So $3. 1, 2, 3. I could do it again for 10, but then that'll leave me with $11 left. Yeah, I'll just do 1 for now. And you know what? Instead of discarding this one, do you mind if I just discard this?
Okay.
I'm realizing I probably need that. Okay, for my second action, I'm just going to network again.
Okay.
I just broke it up
Cheaper.
into 2. Yeah.
So it's going to cost most likely 3.
Yeah. So I'm going to discard this card. And I'm going to do a light train here. So I'm going to pay 3.
Yeah.
So there's that. Oh, gosh. 5 here. I'll take back 2.
Oh, you're on 6? You're going to go first then.
And then the benefit of this space is I can do a develop. I'm going to develop past this tile here.
Okay.
That gives me access to this heavy train, which this train, wherever you put it, it scores you twice the points. So some of these heavy trains are really
So like
nice.
right here would be fantastic because like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, like that.
Right. But that's it for me. That
Okay.
goes to you.
Okay. Well, you make things very expensive regularly.
Regularly.
Yeah, pretty regularly. So I will take a develop action.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend this and I'm going to develop, I'm going to spend these 2. So it's going to cost me 6 to do a double develop. So let's get rid of these 2. And then I'm going to develop past this kerosene and past this thing right here. So I now have that double train as well.
Nice.
So that was that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. So I'm going to build by spending whiskey.
Okay.
And so get rid of this whiskey here. This is going to be a wild
Okay.
where I'm going to build. And I'm going to overbuild on this Wilkes bar with this very topmost
That's what I
tile.
wanted to do too.
Yeah. So right when you develop past it, I was like, oh, dang it. So yours is going to be better than mine. It's going to cost 15.
Okay.
15 plus a coal, which I think is going to be 4. So 19 plus another iron. So 19 plus
23.
23. It's a lot. 15.
So these 2.
21, 2, 3. So 23.
Okay.
I figured I'm already going to be going last here anyway. So or second,
You saved me a coal and an iron. How kind.
Yeah, I know. And so this one is going to overbuild on this.
Yep.
So I'm going to score the 4 points now. Thank you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then so this gets removed, and now this one goes on top. And what this basically says, it's an extra 2 links, so it replaced a single link and now it's a double link.
It's like the polyphase alternator or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. And then you, you immediately
These 2 symbols here.
these 2 symbols, not this one. This is at the end of the game. We're going to score this. But these 2 symbols means you take your income twice. Now, unfortunately, my income's only 11 times 2, so I get 22.
That's great.
That's great.
5, 10, 15, 20. Here's 20. And then 2.
A little extra 2. Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
And at the end of the game, the amount of points that you score is equal to the number of spaces that are empty.
Yeah, so right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 empty spaces.
That's great.
Yep.
10 points.
Yeah. All right, that was me.
All right. That's the end of the round. So you definitely spent more.
I spent more, yeah.
So it's going to stay
I get
this way.
11 now.
So you get 11.
You get
So you got
19.
your income 3 times.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're going to get yours.
So I get 17, 15, 16, 17.
17, yeah.
Okay. So then this goes away. And I already kind of gave away what I'm going to do for
Yeah.
my first action. I'm going to overbuild my polyphase thing. So I'm playing the coal to go here. It's 15. It's the same math. Plus 8.
Literally the same, yeah.
So can you discard those, please?
Well, there's no
So
resource.
23. So 15. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, huh? 1, 2,
Because you already knew the math.
3. Yeah. So 15, 20, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. So that goes here.
There, yeah.
This is going to overbuild on this tile. I get 4 points.
There you go, 4
So
points.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to take my income twice. So it's 17.
34.
So 30, 34, 15. 30.
34 is a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have 3 actions left. No resources on the board.
Nothing.
What do you do in typical brass fashion? You start building links. However, my one thing that I need to be cautious of is I have 2 industries that I need to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one action that I need to be cognizant of. So now that I have some money, I might as well network because I still need to connect here for sure. Although there's nothing in New York, you know? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a single network action. And instead of my light train, I'm going to build this heavy train here.
Okay.
So it's expensive. It's going to cost 20. But money is not really worth anything at the end of the game. So I'm going to spend it.
Okay.
Because it's the ×2 points one. So I'm basically buying 2 steel from Vanderbilt for 10 each.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Because right now I have 15, 20. You know, I might as well just do it again. I will spend the 10.
Okay. To go
I'm going to
again.
spend 10, yeah, to build out this light train. I'm going to place it here.
Okay.
So that's 10 plus 7 because I'm buying from Vanderbilt now.
17.
So 15, 16, 17. Yeah.
A lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but I go up 3 on income. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's me. Back to you.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay. I'm going to build out another industry. So
Okay.
let's do a kerosene
Okay.
in Buffalo over here.
Nice.
So that's going to cost me 14 base. So it's 1, 2, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's going to cost me 1 steel, which I have on my steel train here. So that's the steel that's owed. And then 1 coal is what's listed there. Now, coal I'm going to have to buy from Vanderbilt because that's how it goes right now in this stage of the game. He is a captain of industry. There you go. So that's it. So that's built. I should probably put it out. That's probably why I'm doing it. There you go. So, all right, now it's there. How much is it to build this thing right here? It's 20.
The skyscrapers are very expensive, but they're nice. It's 25 points. It's 12 points.
Yeah. So what's the
Sell
benefit
action.
here is it gives you a sell action. So I
Yeah.
basically set myself up with the ability to sell 1, 2, 3 kerosene at once. So if I can make sure I have enough money to make that happen, so I will do a single network.
Okay.
Place this here. It's going to cost me 7 to Vanderbilt. So here you go, Vanderbilt. Take my money. Man, I really wanted the double train, but I'm going to have to go a cheapy light train into Philadelphia like that.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
That is it for that round.
I think
so
the math is going to be there.
you definitely spent less.
Yes.
So why don't you just go ahead and take your
So I
income?
got my 11.
I'm going to take 18. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. And then you're going to go first in this final round.
Yeah, final
I mean,
round.
Look, you're going first.
I'm going to be able to wrap up this, but I think I just fell behind a little too early with the double crate stuff that you did earlier in Arrow 1. I don't think I'm going to be able to close that gap. All right, so the first action I'm going to take is I am going to build here in Philadelphia.
Oh, you're building
So
industries.
I'm going to
game here.
build in Philadelphia. So I'm actually going to build one of the steel industries. This one.
Oh.
So this one is.
You take your train off.
Oh yeah, train. Yeah, I just leave them on the board. For some reason. I don't. Steel is so expensive. So this
Okay.
one is going to come into here, this spot.
Okay.
Now that's going to cost me 10 plus. Now that I'm connected in here, plus 4, so it's 14, and then the cheapest is another 5. So that's going to cost me 19 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Coke. What do you? How?
Coke. Yeah, 2 Coke. Yeah, so it's 19. So I'm
2 Coke. I see.
here's 20. Do you mind?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. And then take that. And then I keep 1. And this goes there. Okay. So
you did that.
I did that. Now,
Where did all the 6 steel
6
go?
steel. So 6 steel is going to go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 stays on.
So that's 12 plus 10. So
Yeah.
22, 26.
26. So I think I netted something.
15, 25, 26. Okay. Wow. That's
26
great.
back.
There you go.
Okay. Now I think I have enough. Please tell me I did the math right. So to put this out, this industry, that can go here.
Oh, your skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Nice. So you can sell.
So it's going to be 20.
Oh, you're not going to flip this.
Huh? No, I'm going to use that steel because it requires 2
Oh,
steel.
require steel. Oh, nice.
So it's going to require
gosh,
20
amazing.
plus this, plus I have to buy one from Vanderbilt. So I think I have enough. 15, 20, 29? Am I short one?
Are you short 1?
Am I short one?
Wait, what's the cost? So 20?
Uh-huh.
So it's
Oh,
20.
no, I don't have to buy from Vanderbilt. Okay, it's 20.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, you're connected here.
Yeah, I'm connected. 20 plus my 1 plus 4. There we go. Okay. Oh, scared me. Scared me.
I was going to let you take 1 extra for that tile that you
fumble
didn't flip.
So there's that. So this is going to flip
Perfect. So where did you
good.
take the second one from?
from here. The 4.
Oh, the 4. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought I had to buy from Vanderbilt. That was huge. I was like, wait, I did the
7
math here.
points, yeah.
So that's 7 points.
Okay.
And then it's no link, but
Yeah.
7 points. And then this skyscraper here, I immediately score 12.
No, that's it.
At the end of the game.
Yeah.
I immediately get to take a
sell
sell
action.
action. Now you can sell as many as you actually can supply with oil.
Right.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all my oil pipelines.
Very good. So,
So
and they're connected.
they're all
so
connected,
They're all
yeah.
kerosene, right?
Kerosene
They're all
going
connected
to
to Canada. Okay.
So these two will go.
So
One,
that's
two.
4 points because it's
points.
2 points each here.
Yeah, 4 points.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm going to send these via my this way.
Your income one.
Yep.
So is that 6?
So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Very good. And then
They all flip.
any premium? Do they have stars?
They do,
Premium
but
deals?
I didn't have enough.
Do you have any
It's-
whiskey?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 stars.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's,
it's not.
it's almost impossible.
And then the market's
I think-
already flipped. So those all flip
Flip.
to
Oh, 6 income.
6 income. It's great. So this goes 1, 2,
And then
3,
another
4,
6.
5, 6. Another one?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at you.
I was kind of late, but there you go.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a solid ending.
I wanted to do one
Yeah,
sell all
your
at once
skyscrapers?
via skyscraper.
That skyscraper?
Somebody had to showcase skyscrapers.
Yeah, that's true. Good job.
I took it up
You
on
did.
me.
You did.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Awkward. All right. So now it goes to me for my final turn. I have to connect to Boston. I'm not connected to Boston, which is super annoying. I don't have any more light trains. So I have to put out.
Good thing I put out a bunch of steel.
You did. That's true. So I'm gonna here. Boom. I'm gonna build a steel train here. So that requires, heavy trains that requires 2 steel. So I'm gonna take this one and that one.
So it's
So
9.
it's 9. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And then I might as well do it again, right?
Probably.
10. Oh, I wouldn't be able to because it's 5,
5 and
11, 21. I only have 18.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't do it again. I also cannot build an oil pipeline. So that's it.
You do get a benefit, though. I believe.
Oh, yeah, I
this
can.
one.
That's important.
And you want to do this
I
one.
want to develop past because that's an extra point.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for my last action, I'm going to sell.
Okay.
So I'm finally connected to Boston at the very end of the game
Somehow.
here so that I can sell this one
Yep.
and this one, these two manufacturing. So they cost 1 oil each. So
And
it's
you
2
have
oil.
one, yeah.
It's literally these two. So this is 3 points. And this is 3 income bumps. So 1, 2, 3. And
3 points.
1, 2, 3. So those are the 2 oil. They're getting sold here. No premium deals because it's a total of 3 stars. I don't have any whiskey either.
Yeah, you would need
So-
6 total
Yeah,
stars.
I'm glad I was able to
very
do that
difficult to do.
earlier.
Yeah.
So it's 4 income, and this is 6 income for a total of 10. So I go to 67.
Yes.
That's it. That is
That's
it.
it. Oh.
That is the
That's
end
the
of the
game, yeah.
game. So we still carry out.
I
the
did
rest
not
of
put
the
as
round.
many links out in this last one. It's
Yeah,
hard with
it's hard. The resources.
coal,
I think.
yeah.
You know, granted, they are still figuring out the true final values for the game. So our prototype, we've already said this a couple of times, but the values have already changed in terms of the costs and the number of tiles,
Yeah,
etc.
so some of the tiles are just like if you have to muck through 2, some are just like 1.
Yeah.
You know,
So that's huge, right? And so they're still gonna figure that out. But I think another thing is they kind of want you to buy from Vanderbilt. Like
you're forced to do it at some
that's an
point, yeah.
option there that you kind of have to consider.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and finish out the round. We just take our income, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because at the end of the game, the ties are broken in favor of income level than by money.
I don't think we're getting to it.
So should we even take the money?
No,
Let's just leave it at that.
If
All
we
right.
need to, then we can always go back and take
All
it.
right. Well, that is truly the end of the game. Let's go into final scoring, which is going to be very similar to Arrow 1. We're going to go links first, followed by Flipped Industries.
Sure.
Okay, so this is going to be
I
a
have
little bit
lot less links.
more difficult.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, if anybody had built this industry, this gives you 6 points per heavy train. Whenever you count the heavy trains, you would put the heavy train on top of that industry so that you can keep track.
Yep.
Neither of us built that out, so we're just going to literally remove our trains. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so shall I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
So starting from here,
So 2.
this is 2, 4. I'm just going to add them all
4,
up,
yeah.
right? So 2, 4, this. Let's do that last.
Oh, yeah.
This one is just
5.
1. So 5. Let's just do that.
Okay, 5.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's go here.
Sure.
This is 2,
2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's great. So 6,
This is a good one right here.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah. Gosh, you really got those links going.
19.
You really capitalized when there was oil or coal.
This one is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Uh-huh.
24, 25.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
25. So what do you got? 95, 100,
120?
120. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. This is just one.
There we go.
This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, yeah.
Wait, 6 plus 1.
No, you already, that was part of the 25. Unless it was it this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Okay, 7. 8. This,
Yeah.
right? 8.
That's nothing.
This is nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
come on. You're good.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I counted that twice because of this is times 2.
20. So another 20. So 140.
140.
Oh, man. You like smashed it.
Okay. So those are all my links. So let's do yours.
Yeah, not a lot.
Here,
Okay.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
14, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30. And I think that's it.
30.
That might be it. Yeah.
Okay.
30.
So here?
So 93.
So 93.
Oof.
90.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
All right. There's yours.
Not good.
Let's count our industries. So this is 5.
Just grab them.
Okay. 5. Oh, I don't have many industries. 5 plus 3 is 8.
Yeah, because you were linking everywhere.
Plus 3 is 11. Plus 13
24.
is 24. 24. This is equal to my income.
24 plus 22.
So it's 22. What is that? 46?
46.
46. And then this is 1 point per empty industry.
So yeah, 46.
47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
56. 56.
56 plus 40.
So you're going to wrap to 96.
196.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So that's this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So for
me,
you want to count it?
Sure. So we got 5 plus 12. That's 17. Plus another 17. So that's 34.
Okay.
So 34 plus 10. So 44. 49. 49, 50, 60. 65.
65.
And then 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76.
76.
76.
76.
There I am. Okay. Oh,
76 minus 7.
minus 7. Okay.
76 minus 7.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
69.
Yeah, 69. Sorry.
169.
169.
169.
Oh,
There you go.
So
That
Monique,
is it.
169 to 196. Oh, you got me. Those links. Yeah, that was a lot.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
We did it.
Good job. Well done.
Oh,
You played
thank
really
you,
well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Granted, we don't know if I stole money.
I hope you
There was a moment there where I
You
was
were
like, wait, did
embezzling for a while.
I pay that money? But that's
it,
Brass
yeah.
Pittsburgh at 2.
2, yeah.
So that was a wild ride.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah.
That was intense. Now, our game kind of ebbed and flowed depending on the state of the board in terms of resources. We went dry a few times there.
I mean, that's how brass goes. Like,
Yes.
if there's
Especially at 2.
Like when there's a bunch of open space, it's like flood the market, get it back in there,
Yes.
and then hopefully by the time it gets back around to you, you can actually take advantage of it
Yes.
and use it for increasing the technology and the different industries.
I'm just glad we were at least able to showcase a little bit of everything. You know,
Yeah.
I did the premium deals very early. I was scared that we
Very
wouldn't
early.
really be able to get done, too many of
You're
them
like,
done.
I'm doing that.
Like,
That's
just
happening.
in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did the skyscraper thing.
Yeah, we got to the very top of certain industries. We did not do the tile that scores you 6 points per heavy train. You have to kind of pick and choose
You
with
do,
this
yeah.
version of brass. You have to figure out what exactly you're going to specialize in. We also didn't build out Oil City. This is one of those high risk, high rewards types of buildings because it allows you to repopulate with more oil but you have to remove the oil before it actually flips.
And you got to be ready to actually send out and sell goods.
Right. That's 10 points. Nobody sold automobiles. Like, this is an untapped market right here. That would have scored you 9 points had you been
it was a lot of work to move up and get there. And the resources have to actually be present on the board at the right time to justify trying to even try it.
Right. But we did do a majority of it. You know, in higher player counts, you'll probably make more use of this pipe that kind of blocks off a pipeline. And whenever you use this, by the way, you're basically reserving that pipe. So if you were to put that out there, you can build there again and then remove this and have this back into your supply. So at higher player count, it's a nice way of monopolizing an oil field.
Sure.
So hopefully you were able to sort of get a sense of what Brass Pittsburgh specifically is all about. Now, we are familiar with the other two iterations of Brass. It's Brass Lancashire as well as Birmingham. Let's just do a quick sort of comparison.
What's the difference?
As to what the difference is people can expect. This is not a review. For a couple of reasons. First reason is the whole point of this video is to try to be as informative as possible with a prototype. So this is not
the current game state.
Of the current game state. This is not the final version. And so that is the other big reason why we're not going to be reviewing this. And it is sponsored content.
Right.
So Naveen, you're a big fan of Brass.
I am a big fan of Brass. So
what are your thoughts and like how do they compare?
So Lancashire, there's less resources, right? So there's like iterations on each one. So that one,
Lancashire was first.
So that's just like Brass. And then when Roxley came out, that's when they designated it like Lancashire. So that one is more you can like sell to the distant markets, but then there's like a timer on it. Versus this one is like you can always sell. It's just whoever's first gets there gets the reward.
Yes.
In the distant markets, in the other one, if you're familiar with it, there's like almost like a gear shifting like track.
Yeah.
So you don't quite know like, am I going to be able to? So you just feel like this pressure to build out your ports, and if not, you don't build out your ports, and you got to sell to those distant markets. So
yes, that's true.
So
Brass Lancashire, it's the tightest of the three, I think. Right.
Probably, yeah.
Like there are only 2 resources. And there are only so many industries. Like
5 industries,
this board, as well as in Birmingham, there are a lot more industries. There are a lot more that people could sort of like veer in other directions. In Lancashire, it's a lot more focused. It's not as flexible. Like if you want to be able to build anywhere, you have to take an entire turn, discarding 2 cards to do so. So you're only taking one action.
The wild turn.
The wild action, basically. And it does do a lot more forced sort of like player interaction with having to sell to ports. I feel like after Lancashire came Birmingham, where they introduced beer as another type of. It's basically like oil, where when you sell, you have to use beer.
You have to use it,
and other industries. So it became a little bit more sandboxy, right?
A little bit more, like there's like that pottery one that kind of has like this big looping thing. You're like, how am I going to get past, and build those out?
Yeah, the player board does this deal.
And then in these first 2 games versus this one, iron can actually be transported very easily. Like it's a lot easier. This one, you actually have to focus on like, all right, how am I going to get the iron because I need to actually get it here? And then there's always that option with Vanderbilt in this one.
Yes.
Versus in the other ones, it's like, if it's not there, you can't do it. Or there's like a max that you'll have to pay as long as you're connected to it.
Right. So after Lancashire, it sort of opened up a little bit more with Birmingham because now there are other things that you can do, as well as a scout action to be more flexible in terms of getting wild cards so that you can sort of build anywhere, so that you're not sort of just pigeonholed in terms of the cards that you draw. And then now with Brass Pittsburgh, in my opinion, it is the most sandboxy of the 3. So there are a lot more industries. In my brain, the biggest thing to consider are the resources. There are 4 resources now.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out like which industries cost which resources and how do I get those resources and how do I connect to those markets? Because now all the resources are in markets that are already present on the board at the start of the game. So you're kind of thinking like, this will produce this, which I can use to make this. And you're trying to figure out what is going to be important to you in the end.
And then also you have to deal with the cards, like like all of them is like the card play is very important, but you have to make sure that, whatever card you're discarding during when you're building out your rail networks, you're gonna like kick yourself when you're like, oh, I could really use that card right now. But I spent it on like a throwaway card, or like, oh, when I took a loan, I gave up this industry card, but now that I'm built in this place, I need that industry card. And that's kind of true for all 3.
But now you can use whiskey.
Now you can use whiskey
so it
to
is
change it up a little
more
bit.
flexible in that sense because you can try to find how to get whiskey so that you can always use that. There's a heavy train now that gives you whiskey. There are bonuses. There are more bonuses in this game. There's more ways to score in-game versus just at the end of the eras. The oil field production is something that gives you a little bit more strategy as well. But in my opinion, I think the thing that my brain really needed to wrap around the most was the addition of Coke and Steel.
Yeah.
You're not just dealing with the restrictions of like Lancashire, where it's like, you don't have the thing, it's not on the board, too bad.
Yeah.
Here, you can always get it. And there are going to be instances throughout the game, just like you saw in our playthrough, where you'll really have to buy from Vanderbilt. So now you're sort of working with abundance versus in the other games where you have less.
Yeah, this one, like, at least in this play, like, the coal was drying up so fast. Like, it's like, oh, gonna have to figure out, I don't want to pay this guy. But yeah, I think you're going to have to pay the guy. I think that's why he's designed to be
Take out my money.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's pretty much it at this point. Now, just so you're aware, this is going to come with a dedicated 2-player map. So I know that some people are usually asking what the 2-player experience is like in the other games.
Right.
This one is a specific map for 2 players.
Well, there you have it. That is Brass Pittsburgh. Now, this game is currently on GameFound. So if you are interested in the campaign, there's a link in the description down below. If you have any questions about the gameplay you saw here, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.